Yeah. Hey man, all I'm saying is, nigga, you always got something to say. It's like you don't shut up. On the track.
A lot of niggas died 1865. Single Michael fled high, I ain't gon' let it ride. Everybody hollering black was never on your side. They do maps to tell your apps where you sleep at night. They put that white man on. Got you begging them for answers like that white man know. Had you swearing you was African, that's that white man home. Had you proud to be a savage, that's that white man's zone. And I ain't talking shit, this by definition. And being savage was our nature, y'all be non-existent. We done took your ass out when we was in them kitchens. Instead of showing you how to live and how to maintain business. White supremacy fake. Only way that shit real is if you do what they say. We the gods of the gate, so when they say they fear God, now you know what they made.
The alleyway. You know, I had to really step back. Look at my situation for what it was. You know, I had to look at my life like it was inevitable. I had to look at all the moving parts. So I had to really understand what it was. When they say love, people blind. Yeah, I'm introverted. I don't talk to niggas cause I'm constantly serving. I got a trap on top of my bag, I got a murder. Head goes how the black, the streets wanna murder. This shit come with burdens, the streets wanna murder. Streets wanna murder. I told you that it's gang of bars that come with burdens. This shit come with burdens. This shit come with burdens. This shit come with burdens. Hey, the city red. All the shit I seen replaying in my head. The streets smoking, so we caught them boys instead. Black wanna murder and they caught with another day. And I pray they wouldn't. But it was right, really. Niggas was crooked. Playing the kitty with niggas that cost them a bullet. Didn't wanna do it to them, but I had to pull it. One foot in the streets, one foot in the trap, my hand on the music. I wear my bras on this microphone, it's therapeutic. I know the streets listen when I talk, I can't abuse it. I can't abuse it. I can't abuse it. I can't abuse it. I don't talk to niggas cause I'm constantly serving. I got a trap on top of my bag, I got a murder. Head goes for the block, the streets wanna murder. This shit come with burden. I'm introverted. I don't talk to niggas cause I'm constantly serving. I got a trap on top of my bag, I got a murder. Head goes for the block, the streets wanna murder. This shit come with burden.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I know y'all listen to that. Introverted, but guess what? Today is June 3rd, man. Y'all be able to go check out One Eye Open, man. You'll be able to go listen to that in detail. One Eye Open drops today on all streaming platforms. So you'll be able to go to all streaming platforms and download that music right now as we speak, like right this very second. So go ahead and tune in, man. We're going to play One Eye Open right now to start the intro out, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all thumb up the video. Support the channel. It's your brother Big Aboriginal Power. This is the Wake and Bake Show. Let me know where y'all at and what y'all smoking on this Grand Rising.
They won't see me. They won't let me care. I gotta sleep with one eye open, you've been making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strap. I know the eyes wanna murder. I gotta feel it in my stomach. Paranoid, I won't let them They won't see me. I gotta sleep with one eye open, you've been making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strap. I know the eyes wanna murder. I gotta feel it in my stomach. Paranoid, I can't let them They won't see me. I put attention, all of my blood, all of my veins. They started with virtue, now that hair by numbers veins. You started with serve, now I'm JoJo, you insane. Started with killing, I grew up with killers, they taught me the game. I got some niggas that die behind, and that shit won't never the same. I know some niggas that lie behind, and that bullet had his name. Ain't no reason to cry about, cause that shit won't never change. And TF the 4th and P, my niggas can't get out the game. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the string. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling in my stomach, paranoid, you can't get. I won't let them carry it. They won't see me carry it. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the string. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling in my stomach, paranoid, you can't get. I can't let them carry it. They won't see me carry it.
Lost, see, I glossed too, and shit ain't been the same. Heard the ops talking to the feds, giving names. Who gonna be my family if they take me out the game? Keep one in the head and one eye open, that ain't change. Homie, quick to catch a body. When I shoot, he shoot, I know bro shooting right beside me. Them hollow tips go through the wall and then they hit his body. Them hollow tips go through the wall and then they hit his body.
I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the string. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling in my stomach, paranoid, you can't get. I won't let them carry it. They won't see me carry it. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the string. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling in my stomach, paranoid, you can't get. I can't let them carry it. They won't see me carry it.
See, my life has been in motion. I'm a little windy. I'm not giving up yet. If you with me, time to place up your bet. Ain't no turning back, got niggas who ran. When we caught his ass, got caught in that jam. Yeah, you know who I am. Yeah, you know who I am. I can feel it coming. I can feel it coming. Is that feeling in your stomach? You can feel it coming. Is that feeling in your stomach? You can feel it coming. Yeah, you can feel it coming. Fake love, that snake you in your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it. Too much fake love, that snake you in your face, love. Your face, love. That snake you in your face, love. I told my brothers we gon' make it, that's how God wrote it. And the snake gon' show his face, cause that's how God wrote it. Too much fake love, that snake you in your face.
Suave on the track.
Whatever it takes. Alleyway.
Coco, this your season right now.
They won't see me. They won't let me carry.
I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the string. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling in my stomach, paranoid, you can't get. I won't let them carry it. They won't see me carry it. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the string. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling in my stomach, paranoid, you can't get. I can't let them carry it. They won't see me carry it. I put attention, all of my blood, all of my veins. They started with Perky, now that hair right numb his veins. You started with serving, now them drugs drove you insane. Started with dealing, I grew up with killers, they taught me the game. I got some niggas that die behind, and that shit won't never the same. I know some niggas that lie behind, and that bullet had his name. Ain't no reason to cry about, cause that shit won't never change. MTF the 4th and P, my niggas can't get out the game. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the string. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling in my stomach, paranoid, you can't get. I won't let them carry it. They won't see me carry it. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the string. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling in my stomach, paranoid, you can't get. I can't let them carry it. They won't see me carry it.
Lost, see, I glossed too, and shit ain't been the same. Heard the ops talking to the
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Let's get this thing going. Expect the next Jammy Jam.
Whatever it takes. Alleyway.
Coco, this your season right now.
She said she probably won't be.
So dope, my eyes low. When you move like God, the time slow. I came back for the blacks and John Doe's. Crack open them land patents, let go of them townhomes. What's a native to a native? He $5 dough if he not melanated. Pale love faces got you waiting on a savior. Sending prayers up, he texting back on vacation. Yeah, God's children. Give all your praise to Jesus, but how God feeling? He say put no one before him in divine image. It's you with God of Christians. I got a vision, but niggas ain't gotta listen, so they don't. We came from the soil, wasn't fucking with no boats. Bible took our spirit, English potted on our homes. Tribal families turned on us, don't act like y'all don't know. But fuck them and they grudges. We was something turned to nothing. And now we nothing's turned to somethings. Reincarnation of ancients, fresh up out the oven. This the message to the black man. 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 Shooters on my roof, lawyers in the coop. We can never die, bitch, we bulletproof. This the message to the black man. This the message to the black man. Say you wasn't slaves, you was prisoners of war. You stop wasting your time, these other bitches ain't important. You ain't meditating, you ain't mating with the sauce. Like what the fuck's a noodle if you ain't painted with the sauce? I find it hard to trust the pastor who rather side with the master, who preaching we should submit while getting murdered and captured. About how we should wait on God is never our vernacular. They get
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. It's your brother Aboriginal Power, man. I want to say peace and blessings to everybody tuning in, man. This is the Wake and Bake Show. Shout out to everybody in here, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, share the live stream, man. We got a nice little bill for you guys this Grand Rising, man. Before we even get into the bill, man, y'all know I want to tap in with the family. So drop them fire emojis if y'all can hear me loud and clear. Also, we want to make sure that we have these likes up the par. So we should be at least 50 likes. If you can share the live stream, share the live stream. Shout out to everybody tuning in once again, man, that's watching this on a daily commute. Shout out to everybody that's watching and, like I said, viewing this. And I want to give a special shout out to some of the brothers and sisters that's in the chat currently showing active support. And shout out to everybody that's not active, that can't type in the chat because you're fucking busy doing something, okay? All right, I understand. All right, so let me take the time out to shout out some of the brothers and sisters that took their time out to type in the chat. Shout out to Juan Torres. Shout out to Sagittarius Jones, Enoch, Joshua Stewart, 111 Truth Searcher, Smoke Signal, Sagittarius Jones, Brandon Rogers, Mr. Brandon Rogers to you niggas. The original Anglo-Saxon Berber, Antone Williams, Snake God. Shout out to merchandise. Shout out to Shamel Thomas, Commander in Chief. Shout out to A.V. Shout out to Indigenous Ace 56 or 56 Ace, excuse me. Shout out to Bronze Flat Power. Shout out to Tonsinus Goddess, right? Shout out to Tonsinus Goddess in the building. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in, man. Like I said, that's not able to type in the chat at this current moment. Shout out to everybody that will be tuning in. And once you come in and hit this video, I want to say hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. You know what I'm saying? Support the channel. You know what I mean? It's one of the most important things you can do. Shout out to Servio Black. Servio. Hope I pronounced that right. Shout out to Infinity, Back Creek, Chief Courtney Michelle, Joshua Stewart. That's a direct shout out my brother Joshua Stewart. I feel like I did already. Shout out to bro. Shout out to Pop Reed in the motherfucking building. Tayshawn, Take Off Tyson, Iram Clan War Chief. Shout out to you too, brother. Shit, we deep in this motherfucker, this Grand Rising. Shit, what y'all smoking on? Where y'all at this Grand Rising? What you smoking on and where you at this Grand Rising, man? We about to get into a fire bill. We're going to be breaking down this little 100% proof tea. You know what I mean? You see the title, man. Ain't it? We going to get into all that here in just a second. Shout out to Lady Lee Goddess in the building. Man, make sure y'all hit that like button. I want to make sure we get up the list. Can we get at least 65 likes right quick? I know it's at least 4 haters in here. Can we get at least 65 likes? It'd be cool to get 70 real quick. Know there's some haters in here, man. Everybody run the likes up. Get the haters mad. I'm about to spark up, Khalil. I got you, gangster. Hold on. Let me get the wood. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's lit. It's lit now, man. It's time. Hopefully, everybody else lit their wood up. It's time to get it in. Mega traveling man in the building. Mega traveling man in the motherfucking building, gang. I wanted me to get earlier. Shit. I was gonna wait till the audio. That nigga said, light that motherfucker up, AP. Hey, fuck it. Light your wood up too, kid. That bitch in there for the ancestrals. For the ancestrals. Man, shout out to everybody in here, man. It's been a good little vibe, man. The weather's good. Hopefully everybody enjoying where you're at. Grape 8 been around for a while. That's some old school weed. Nigga said smoking Newports or Norts. Norts, my bad, Norts. He said he's smoking Norts. OG Bubba Cuss, Dragon Puff. Yeah, talk that shit. I'm on the Palmetto Anderson, coconut. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Y'all smoking good out there this Grand Rising. Shout out to Ron Torres. Don't work too hard, big bro. Shout out to the 803 in the building. Do not work too hard, big bro. Make sure you drop off that DoorDash, my nigga. Now, drop that DoorDash off. I'm smoking on crack and meth in a backwood. Damn, boy, you about to have a spike morning. That sound like the movie Crank. That nigga about to be charged up running around LA. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. What the hell is that? Turn that shit off back there. It's loud. Throwing my live stream off. Hokie Hay, Grassroots Indians. I'm like office building, brother. I ordered DoorDash. I'm just fucking with you, fam. You know I'm just fucking with you, Big Bird Ryan Torres. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Shout out to everybody. That nigga True, boy, your ass smoking crack and meth in a backwood. You should put that in a swisher, Mike. DC. You supposed to put that in a swisher. Shout out to Anthony Pickens, man. Shout out to Anthony L. Pickens Jr. Shout out to Dre Cobb's music. Shout out to Dre Cobb, man. All right, man. Let's get into the conversation at hand. I want to start breaking down this audio. Shout out to Anton Williams. Excuse me. Did I already shout out to my brother Anton? All right, give me 2 seconds, y'all. All righty, man. Can we get these likes up, man? Can we get the likes up? Let me run to the YouTube page real quick. Let me run to the YouTube page. Make sure y'all motherfuckers hit the like button. Let me see what's going on over here. Shout out to everybody in the chat too, man. Oh, hell no. 56 likes? Hell no. Hell to the no. Hell no, nigga. Hell no. We ain't going with that type of shit. We ain't going with that type of shit, gang. That's some bullshit. 56 likes. That's at least 30 motherfuckers that ain't hit the like button then. 30 motherfuckers ain't hit the like? That's wild, crazy. We got 86 people in here and 56 likes. Shit. I'll start the video when we're gonna get the conversation going when we get these motherfucking likes on game. Hey Sean, what happened to your IG? Black Wolf, what's up? Pata Anun, peace and blessings. Make sure y'all share the live stream too, by the way. Share the live stream. Juice, what up, my brother Juice? Juice in the building. Who else is here? Hey, man, y'all ready for June 11th? Just the sidebar. Y'all ready for June 11th? Got Larry Bird in the spliff. All right, that's what's up. I'm on some peanut butter breath. Antoinette Johnson, peace, sister. Shout out to Realize with 3 R's. You could Realize. Shout out to Realize TV in the motherfucking building. We need to get these likes up, though. I'm gonna start the video as soon as we get the likes up. We at 71 now. We get 5 more likes. I ain't gonna say nothing. Nah, we good. We get 5 more likes. We cracking this bitch off. On me. We get 5 more motherfucking likes. We cracking this bitch off. On me. Zaki Pack. Somebody said Zaza. Well, what you on? Your ass ain't on no Zaza, Aaron. Oh yeah, after you hit the like button, after you next 5 hit the like button, make sure y'all drop the fire emoji in the chat. Let me know that y'all hit the like button. Then I'll start the video. I want to see at least 5 to 10 goddamn fire emojis in this bitch. Indigenous Miles. I got that baller berry Zaza in the air. Okay. So y'all connected with the ethers then. So y'all ready. Y'all locked and loaded. Y'all really officially part of the Wake and Bake channel. All right. Y'all lit then. Truffles in the earth. Tayshawn said. I'm on Starbucks and truffles mixed with a little black runs. Boy, your ass dogged out over there. Boy, your ass smoking premium. Boy, your ass smoking top shelf. Boy, I can't even reach that shelf. Your ass smoking good gas. Yeah, shout out to Cuz. Yeah, we litty committee, man. All right, let's get this shit cracking, man. Y'all see the title, man. We about to be breaking down this sloppy ass information. So close your ears, man. I know this motherfucker sound like he had a hearing aid in and he took them bitches off. And so it's gonna be hard to listen to. So just bear with me. We breaking down the info. Let's go. Let's get it.
American descent, hereafter referred to as black conquistadors. So when we had this conquest take place, you also going to have black conquistadors play a part in it. You had people out of North Africa. When they talk about the African presence there, you had North Africans also come over with them as well. We see that even in the case of Esteban the Moor, who ended up down in Texas, kidnapped by the Karunka with Indians down there, who also was a
You gotta slow down because he be mixing up a lot of history and then he be inserting and then he talks so fast and moves on, doesn't elaborate. Listen to this. I just want to try to run it back. He's going real fast just to explain some simple shit.
Can also come over with them as well. We see that even in the case of Esteban the Moor, who ended up down in Texas, kidnapped by the Karunka with Indians down there, who also was a melanated race of Indians, or they call the dog Indians as well, the dog people. When they got to to Florida, their first settlement, so they're gonna run 8 missions, right? And all of them gonna be filled. They're gonna do some war and they're gonna get a couple Indian slaves and go back. But what's important to note though is when they got there, the Indians were warring with each other already. You had a little war going on the outside against the south side. You hear me sound like some Houston shit, but yeah, they had the outside rocking against the south side, and the Spanish is gonna take part. Well, the Spanish had an enemy come over with them as well, who wanted an interest in this, and that would be the French. In 1517, Martin Luther in Wittenberg, Germany, they broke apart from the Catholic Church. Well, you had Calvinists come to Protestant movement, the Edicts of Nantes, these different Fontainebleau, these different edicts come down, and now these people are expelled out of these European nations. They also come here. Well, French will get over to Florida, and they would build Fort Caroline. That'll be 1563, 62, 63, 64. Well, in 65, the Spanish gonna get them a settlement up, and this will be Castillo de San Marcos. Okay, and they like to tell you about Africans built it, no knocks to no Africans or anything, but the reality of the fact is the indigenous people of that area built it. And since they happen to be melanated and look like we do, they were misclassified and their story was written over. Let's walk and talk. In the past.
So what do the motherfucker mean when they say that the indigenous people, which is a melanated tribe, right, was misclassified? Then why are y'all not teaching your people that the majority of black people are, in fact, the Aboriginal indigenous peoples of America? Why do y'all teaching this out of Africa, black European, black Spanish shit, man? What's up with that, man? This goofy motherfucking nigga top rats up here with this blue bandana shirt, sound like he got cotton swabs in his fucking mouth.
Past historians have been quick to praise the remarkable hardship endured by Spanish soldiers and colonists in the construction of Castillo de San Marcos. Native Americans who lived in the Spanish colony of Florida, the Appalachians, the Timucuans, the Waleas, toiled up for over 24 years under grueling conditions to construct the first European-style fortress in North America. Okay, this came from the hands of.
You said the Timucuans. It's the Timucua. This nigga said the Timucuas. Stop stealing A1 information if you ain't gonna go in on the Timucuas. Or what A1 would call it, the Timucua. Right? Nigga, this nigga is so confused. He's talking about Aboriginal information. He's talking about all Aboriginal information. He gonna blend in some Native American history on top of his oral tradition. Nigga, you don't even know what you're talking about. Talking about this
a lot of our ancestors
conquest from the Spain and the French. Nigga, that no, first of all, let's go and see when France was named. Let's go and see when it was established as a real country. Once we figured out that it wasn't called that during that time frame, we're gonna have to figure out where was this French place at. And when you figure out that in Canada, right? In Canada, you find French, you find Spain, you find all these European countries and cities today, they was already named this in Canada. Prior to the discovery of colonizers. So you already have these names. And then when you get into the history of these invaders, right, that he's talking about, the Spanish, the French, right? They all came from Spain as entries to America. They're not talking about no overseas place that just recently got named. These ain't no black French, black Spanish that was coming from over there. No. These was places that was already established within this continent, that the place that we call Canada today. So if you got a bunch of indigenous people from Canada, which is Aborigines, which would be black people, and they Canadians, and they represent this old nation that they might have called France, or that they might have called Spain at the time, or they might have called Europe, Liverpool, whatever these places' name was that you still see in Canada. When they entered into America, they still would have had their name. See, y'all got split history. And even when you look at the history, all of them, the French, the British, the Spanish, they all came by way of Canada. Every one of them. Seriously. These niggas just be talking, man. They be reading everything that the white man say and just go with it. Like, we got to start challenging the narrative. Can't just read some shit and believe it, then try to insert your real history onto it. That ain't how it works.
And here you coming out there, Florida, Georgia area down there. Castillo de San Marcos took a heavy toll on the lives of coasters of Florida natives, supplying the manual labor they needed to construct it. They also helped. At that time, it was, Cuba was a part of it as well, because they took a lot of the material from Cuba and brought it over. Like I said, the people in that area were melanated as well. But these are the Timucua Indians right here. You see they spoke about Appalachians, the Timucuans, the Gullahs, what they call the Gullahs, what they
Now, what's funny about what he's showing you is he's showing you a picture of the Rokende Moor and calling them the Timucua Indians, right? So that lets me know he don't know what he's talking about, right? We know that the Powhatan, right, and a lot of those brothers and sisters, along with Pocahontas, got taken over there to Europe, and they was called the Rokende Moor, right? This is how you get this insert of the Moors becoming down here in this particular area, because he's confused. These are the Tamiquas, right? Or the ones that had became Britishized or Europeanized, right? So when they talk about Black European, they're not talking about motherfuckers that's coming from Europe. They're talking about a motherfucker who's adapted to these white people ways, who now sounds and addicted or adapted to their customs and shit, right? So now he's showing you a picture of what he called the Tamiqua Indians, right? Which is not. These are a picture of what they would call the Rokende or the Powhatan. Now let's get it.
Yeah. These are the Timucua Indians right here. You see they spoke about Appalachians, the Timucuans, the Gullahs, what they call the Gullahs, what they mispronounce today as Wales. These are the Timucua Indians right here. When we look up their appearance, both men and women, Timucuans had light brown or dark skin. Okay, these were light brown and dark skinned people in this area of Florida. Right here, this is a picture. It's famous. They call it the Emerald Moor. When we're dealing with colonization, and I want to tell a lot of people, this is a great time for, we have this imperative that we get this history and we preserve it, because they're taking it away. A lot of these things are going, they're taking it away. And this is the case right here. Accused of council culture. Okay, dressing museum defend renaming works. So they're renaming the works. Well, this particular is what they call a Moor. So in case where there's a historic title and no one's given by the artist, terms that can be caused offensive, including Negro, Moor, Gypsy. They have been replaced. So they're going to change the name. The name was the Moor with Emerald Clusters. A lot of people like to associate this with a Moor, but clearly.
No, it says Rokende Moor. And then you got other terms with the Black or Moor. All these terms they're talking about, they're either talking about part of the Shinnecock that was in the northern region that we call New York today, which was known as Amsterdam historically. These people are who they talking about, down to the Powhatans. The Powhatans was the first ones to go over there with the feathered head crown, or actually, you see what I'm saying? In the feathered gold drip. You know, that's who they was bringing over there. That's who was cultivating the cotton and the tobacco in the area that was brought, that introduced chocolate and tobacco to Europe. You see what I'm saying? They had only just became accustomed to the pineapple recently. You know what I'm saying? Go look at one of the famous dishes that that they would eat. That chocolate covered pineapples, man. Go look it up. That's some shit that the Powhatans did. They picked up on their custom. So let's continue this bullshit.
This is Timucua Indians at the bottom here. Okay, where the damn statue is at. The statuette was actually based on who?
And mind you, he keeps saying that these Indians are the Timucua Indians. This is not. These are actually Powhatan Indians. These is from the Powhatan. Pocahontas and them daddy. You see what I'm saying? Pocahontas and them. This is who he's talking. This is who this image is of.
Oh, and images of indigenous Americans. Okay, for one of you niggas out there in the crowd, feel like you got a source. All right, now bring your ass up here, right here clearly. Here go the museum, where is it? It is the statue that was based on images of indigenous Americans. It's not nothing to talk about, homie. Let's walk. When we come down, and that'll be the Spanish. Let's talk about the Black European presence and with the British. Okay. Again, the Hebrews been running around talking about King James, their cousin, and that's their uncle. And the whole time this nigga was a slave trader. Okay, him, his grandbabies, they was.
He said niggas running around talking about they kin to King James. Now, I want y'all to listen to this.
Again, the Hebrews been running around talking about King James, their cousin.
Now, the only motherfucker that said that they was kin to King James is the crackhead girl that was on your panel the other day. What's her name? Phoenix. Phoenix was on your channel. She's a crackhead, and she says she is kin to King James. You calling them pseudo, so you calling them what's it? So she pseudo? Is that so? That's the only motherfucker that claimed that King James went on Sinetta's and said I'm kin to King James. Went on openly Sinetta. That's the only person I ever heard say that. So that was a direct shot. But they be on the panel. We just see that's what I'm saying. They fool as hell. You can't take these people serious, man.
And that's their uncle. And the whole time this nigga was a slave trader. Okay, him, his grandbabies, they was responsible and enslaved niggas that look like you and I. All right, now right here, I know this image of the Black King James can be confused in Western education. The truth is known by rich and elite in the world. All right, King James came from a line of Black Scottish Stuart kings. Okay, the Stuarts ruled Scotland, France, Spain, Ireland, England, Britain, Wales. King James was able to rule all these lands. You had they were black, they were people of the Iberian black descent. Right here, this is his son. This is Charles. Okay, Charles got his head chopped off. Okay, and
this nigga just danced from the Tamiqua to the Powhatan to King James getting his head chopped. What the fuck is he talking about? This nigga dancing around all. I can't even follow this guy.
Like I said, they defended the Catholic faith. You had the Protestants. Charles is gonna marry Henrietta Maria. She was a Protestant. She was his cousin. Well, they said William of Orange, and I have some European ancestors that actually fought under William Orange in this battle, but they end up running them off the block and dethroning him.
That nigga said he got a family member that fought in this war that helped run him off the block. This nigga got kin to every battle, every ancestral chief, every motherfucker. This nigga just be cow.
Oliver Cromwell at that time, they came in and murdered him, the Protestants, chopped Charles' head. King James, if y'all ain't know, Jamestown, Virginia, the famous story of the British came to Jamestown. Well, Jamestown is named after King James of the Bible. Read, yeah, the KGB. What he would say, I want to read out the KGB. They only wanted from the colonizer. I feel you thing. See, Jesus ain't the colonizer. Nah, but let's walk. Jesus black too. He sent them. Let's walk. Frequent references is made. Well, this is Chief Powhatan. Let me describe him. Right in the Virginia Museum, they had his statue, and these are what we call first contact nations. Right, when the Europeans first got here, there were certain tribes that they had first contact with.
The same statue he just called the Tamiqua, he just called the Powhatan now. See, that's how you know that he getting shit from different sources. He reading exactly what they say and ain't cross-referencing the shit. That's like he'll go look up a picture of Nat Turner and it'll be a picture of Franklin Douglas and he gonna read both all the shit. Like that's some stupid shit. You gotta learn how to cross-examine, bro.
That's why we showed the image of the Timucuan, who were first contact tribes down in Florida. Let's walk. Now, when they got to Virginia, they had first contact tribes, which have been the Powhatan Nation. This is Chief Powhatan. This is the famous Pocahontas daddy. Okay, these people actually were also enslaved as well. Indians, hold on, not only in New York, but also in other colonies, the Indians enslaved. Indian slavery existed in nearly all of these colonies, and Virginia was no exception. I'll bring you down here in Virginia in the recent history in the 1920s, right? They passed a law called Race Integrity Act. They had a eugenics movement going on where these Europeans were saying that they, black people were dumb. They had messed up genes. They were out here sterilizing. They felt you weren't deemed or good enough to live in this new system that they would create for themselves. Any melanated person would have had a problem with that. This is where your one drop black blood rule come from. Well, there was chief called General Major Cook. George Major Cook. He was a Pamunkey Indian, and he fought against this because what it did was reclassify Indians, black Indians.
And mind you, this nigga got a picture up of a motherfucking mongoloid, gang. This nigga got a picture up of a mongoloid Indian. Talking about that's a Pamunkey. Like, this shit is really pathetic. I'm gonna skip some of this video up because it gets drug out, but let's listen to it a little bit more.
Police brutality and other forms of intimidation was sometimes used to force Black farmers off their land. Still, more land was abandoned as Black families fled racial terror in the South. And I want to quickly add to what you were just saying in the last slide. Like I said, I encourage people to visit that website and please listen to the interviews of my ancestors, but they talked about that we didn't know what the KKK was, but they actually visited Port Washington, Long Island, and the first stop they went to the church. They didn't go terrorize and burn nothing else down. They just went to the church. They went and donated money to their church. Okay? Then they put a burning cross in front of the church. All right? So that's how we know that the KKK and these churches always had a relationship, and what would eventually happen to these families once they're pushed off of their land, even in the North. All right? I'm just going to quickly read this. It says, today, the vast majority of Black farmland in America is owned by white people or corporations. It's a fact. There are still lands that they are trying to take that they have not got a chance to use their eminent domain control. And this is why we are pretty much in desperate need to put our stories out there for once. Because I know that a lot of you all still have family in the South that have land. And unfortunately, they may or may not come across a time period where they're going to have to speak for still owning that land. A lot of you all may have land patents. You may be heirs to certain lands down in the South or even in the North. But unfortunately, you have.
I don't know one nigga that executed the land patents.
And know that if you have not done your genealogy, you'll be surprised what your family left South, seeing that you have now migrated to the North, right? Most people in the North, you're only about 2 to 3 generations from in the North right now. You haven't even been here that long. I always encourage people to go back and return South, find out what land is still old.
So they saying nobody's from up north that's being up north. They crazy. There's people from up north that don't even got family down south. All they family from up north. What are they talking about? That's crazy. Like, with Shinnecock Indians up here. You ever heard of the Delaware? You ever heard of the Narragansett? What the fuck is she talking about? I'm like, go back down south. And she a damn Jamaican telling us to go back down south. No, man, you don't know history.
To your families, because for all you know, you may have 100+ acres. And you think you have nothing. We can go to the next slide.
Yeah, that's a very great point. And when we're dealing with these migrations, this is what they call controlled immigration. No different than what's taking place now. We look up at this administration, there's more niggas over here than more people that been here. Right, they bringing over everybody up in this motherfucker today. So, but it's called controlled migration. Now, they do it for political reasons. Why you see a lot of people going to the areas where when they blue. But anyway, right here, man, we gonna go back to the history where they say we were lynched in the South. South famous poster on 125th, man. Was the guy hanging down there? The picture right here. The truth about it, what happened and took place in the South. When the U.S., you got to understand, the U.S.
That's Frank Embry. That's Frank Embry.
Okay, turn up. Appreciate that. The U.S., we got to remember, the U.S. come out of the 13 colonies, and then they're going to.
This nigga about to tell us history about a picture, and Sandella said his name was Frank Embry, but this nigga didn't even know that. How you going to build on something and say it's not true, and you don't even know the fucker's name? That's crazy.
Expand. 1815, they're going to come down into the South. And after 1865, now they had a foot in the South. That's why the American Indian presence was so important in the Civil War. That's why we were the last Confederate generals was a mixed Indian, and the black Indians, us, are the ones that defeated them. Right here in the lynching trail, they had something called a lynching trail right here in the South, which is racial violence. But the importance of land was of land as a motive for lynching. Okay, racial violence in America is a well-told story, but the importance of land as a motive for lynching has gone largely overlooked. Okay, see, they tell the nigga lynch because you were black. Listen, bro, they lynch you because you had money. They're fucking with no broke niggas, bro. You had to have something. What they were doing was they were robbing you. A lot of people fell victim to this. And so when we come down here, historians say prosperous blacks and black landowners often became targets of white lynch mobs. Okay, this was the reasoning for the migration. So great granddaddy down there, he a pastor. He over there, he a pastor, he a Mason, and he cool with these.
Listen, he making it seem like all your family got bullied and ran out the South and didn't fight back, didn't shoot niggas, didn't kill honkies, just ran up off your land with all your bread and got robbed. Come on, man. Ain't now one of my motherfucking ancestors talked about getting robbed. Ain't none of the motherfuckers passed that story down about great-great-granddaddy them getting robbed. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. They went up there for the industrial age. They got offered money, more money, instead of hard work. It's either like, man, we can get this hard work, you can get this cheese, or we can go work in these little easy factories for these hours and get the same amount of bread. But a lot of people took that risk and moved to the industrial factory industry booming in the north. That's exactly what happened.
Protestant and Ku Klux Klan members. All right, both of them Protestant. Nigga in the Baptist church and the Klan around the corner. That's why every time that white boy get on your ass, so the only one can go around there and get him off you. What he tell you? I'm gonna go talk to you. I'm gonna come with you, Pastor. Now I'm gonna go by myself. Yeah, they sitting at the table. That's why when you see go over all these other Pan-African leaders, you see them with a colonizer. All right, if we're looking for stolen black land, just follow the lynching trail. All right, you're looking for stolen black land. Why? Because 1865, listen, more than 3,000 blacks were lynched from 1865 to 1965, according to the Tuskegee Institute. Well,
all right, so like you said, they were.
This nigga just be saying anything, man. Y'all niggas believe it with no proof. This nigga suck. That's why he'll never debate any one of the Indian brothers or the Aboriginal brothers. Man. He gonna die bad.
Our people went.
He suck.
So you say this nigga in here stealing out the stove, and he heir to generational wealth.
And probably didn't even know. Which is the story for a lot of our Black Americans.
Probably didn't even know.
Yeah. A lot of our Black American, a lot of African American, a lot of our folks kind of don't know. They have nothing in their genealogy. A lot of them have been told they don't have nothing. A lot of them have been told that they need something when they already have it. A lot of them have not given them resources to be able to fight back.
Before we close out this lecture, can we tell them the importance of genealogy? And we want to use our brother George Floyd, the late George Floyd, rest in peace to the brother. We want to use historic example. If you notice, we want to tell stories, and through the history, we put our history in the history of our nation, because you want to tie yourself to the story. If this is an American story, or is if this is a story, then you should have a place in it. And so, yeah, you find yourself in the story. So right now we find George Floyd in this story. Can you give people some importance of knowing your genealogy?
Nigga, they go, look, they did a little bit of weak ass history and they gonna go straight to genealogy. Listen, man. First of all, this nigga don't have a methodology to how he got to where he talking about. He don't know how to cross-reference. He don't know how to critical think. You see what I'm saying? You got to understand that they have rewritten everything. Every little bit besides the oral story that's barely trickled down to you. Even your National Archives, your Library of Statistics, all this shit. Library of Congress, excuse me. All this shit. Smithsonian, all this shit is rewrote. The original documents was being destroyed in the early late 1700s, right? And they started reconstructing documents based off of oral tradition. And he say, she say, and then it became a lot of insert and assumptions and made up shit. That's what you got going on, man. That's what the Reconstruction period is. From 1810 to 1910 is the Reconstruction. Seriously. Let's continue this bill, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Hit that like button, man. Can we get 146 likes? Can we get 130 likes? I continue to live stream, man. I got some more heat. We gonna break down this shit, this goofy ass shit, but we gonna break it down. But listen, man, I need y'all to thumb up the video. Thumb up the video. Right, all of it is bullshit. What, like, we ain't saying all of it is bullshit, but you just can't read everything and just take what the white man said. You gotta put truth and fact behind certain things, motherfucker. If they telling you Christopher Columbus was the first to discover this bitch, and you got other foreigners here that occupied the land prior to them, then you can jump to the conclusion and say that's not right. You got to learn how to critical think, cross references, methodology, brother. No, we ain't saying everything that they saying is bullshit, but we saying everything that they saying is bullshit, nigga. Damn, you don't get it? Straight up, man. Let's continue. Before I continue, man, listen, fuck that. Hit that like button, man. Thumb up the video, man. Let me see where y'all at with the likes, man. Let me go check and see. Y'all be fooling around. And we got 129. Let's get 11 more likes. 11 more likes, and I'm out y'all way. 11 more likes. If you watching this, man, subscribe, man. If you ain't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Share the live stream. Support the channel, man. Support the channel. Make sure y'all thumb up the video, man. Make sure y'all thumb up the video, man. Where we at with it? Let's see where we at with it one more time before I go. Okay, we good. We good. We back at it. We back at it. Let's get it.
What was affected by this, of us not going back or honoring our ancestors, whether we follow behind these doctrines. See, because George Floyd probably been a Muslim, he probably been a Hebrew Israelite, he probably been a freedman, he probably been a Pan-African, he probably been a part of all these things. But see, one thing, these are doctrines. They don't teach you about your family or your history. So you not know what's owed to you, or you don't know what's lost. You don't really learn about yourself and your family history. What you learn about is this doctrine that's placed there to be placed over your ancestors and your history. And so let's walk, sis.
Yeah, like you said, genealogy is very important. You can't take my story and tell it, right? There's no textbook that would have told you my ancestors were part of some of your first basketball players out there. There's nothing that would have told you that, right? But I can tell you that story. I can tell you that story because I did my genealogy. I can tell you that story because I do also have oral tradition. But my genealogy backs up what my oral story says. So we actually walk in.
And what the fuck is the point of having just your genealogy if you don't have correct history to go along with it? And what's the fuck is having history if you don't having genealogy to confirm it? They go hand in hand, bro. Like, you can't do one without the other. So when motherfuckers say, oh, we ain't doing no ancient history, or we ain't doing history, we just doing genealogy, nigga, they go hand in hand. Fuck wrong with you? How you gonna know what your ancestors did if you don't know what history brought? How the fuck you gonna talk about what was done if you don't know who the fuck did it? It goes hand in hand.
What we do, because we can actually tell you stories. A lot of people can't tell you their story. They can tell you a document, they can tell you a book, they can tell you X, Y, Z, but they can't actually tell you about their grandma, their great grandma, their grandfather. And a lot of times they don't care. And that's very important.
See, that's a lie too, man. The average motherfucker know everything about grandma. Nigga, they be at grandma's house. We know great grandma, we know great uncle, we know great granddaddy. They told us about their mama and then they granddaddy. So that means we potentially at 4. We get oral history and understanding what they did, things that stood out in your grandparents about their grandparents, things that stood out in their mind that was put passed down. What are you talking about? They make it seem like all these people that know history don't even know who the fuck their grandma is. Are you fucking serious? The average black person know exactly who their grandparents is, great grandparents is. That lady tripping, they bugging, they pushing a narrative. They wanna know who your grandparents is. They want you to put your grandmama name, social, birth certificate, when she got married, that these people are agents. Grandmama's still in the bond. She still had natural rights. These are the grandma stealers, man. These are hashtag, these are the grandma stealers, man. They the grandma stealers straight up. They want you to show your granddaddy now. Show your granddaddy what he did so they can lie. They're going to try to say your granddaddy was a molester or some shit. They are agents, man. This shit don't even make no motherfucking sense if you listening to the shit I'm listening to. They keep telling motherfuckers, y'all not doing genealogy. Let me see it. No, I'm not letting you see that, you agent, freaky cotton swab sounding like you got in the mouth, motherfucker. And you got the, man, listen, man. I'm going to tell you the guy's honest truth. This is agent tactics. The only people that want to know all this shit and take your motherfucking history is a motherfucker that don't got none they sell.
That we live in this society. Again, the case of George Floyd is like many of our Black American or African American, Negro, color. I mean, we got our race has changed so many different times. He is the epitome of the story of being at the bottom of the caste system, but not realizing that you actually have the wealth that people have been looking for or they've been wanting. So let's talk about this. And I encourage anybody to research George Floyd and who his ancestor was and his story.
Listen, here we go. How they know? Here they go. Genealogy and grandma watchers. They about to steal somebody's grandmama. Watch. Mark my words. In less than a year, 6 months from now, you're going to hear one of these fuckers on that side say they can George Floyd. I swear to God. This is what they do, man. It's like, oh, you doing genealogy? Let me see it. Let me see your grandma. Looking ass niggas. Fuck no.
Because I found this online, you can find it too, right? So let's talk about it. It says I read, this is the statement being said, quote unquote out. I read about George Floyd's ancestor, Thompson Stewart. Back in the 1800s, had owned 500 acres of land in North Carolina. That land was stolen by white farmers. Martin says, quote unquote out, I think there's no question. Had George Floyd's ancestors kept that land in their family, his life outcomes would have transformed.
Nigga, duh. They saying dumb shit. If George Floyd family wouldn't have sold out the land from indoctrination, sale taxes, and other trickery, then they will be successful. Duh. Wouldn't we all, dummy? Are you stupid? Like, oh my God. Damn. What the fuck is your point, lady?
Okay, and if you look at this, the second line over to your left, that is actually a screenshot of the particular ancestor that they were talking about in this article, and it talks about how his ancestor had settled near, what is that? Is that Goldsboro? Make sure I get that correct. That's Goldsboro, North Carolina, the age of 21, and had accumulated 500 acres of land. How does a 21-year-old get 500 acres of land? We'll leave that for your imagination to think about that. It says white.
What? Dude, people get land. Think about Sir Rector, who had tons of land and distributed more oil and became one of the richest people in the world by the age of 11. So we know this happens commonly. What are you talking about, lady? She's teaching kindergarten.
I'm going to read the last line of that screenshot. These farmers settled their land. Couple couldn't read or write, and they were powerless to fight back. Great granddaughter said, and caught out, it was stolen from them. All right, and I'm going to read to the last source at the bottom. It says Stewart lost it all when white farmers seized the land. Using legally questionable maneuvers were common in post-war Carlson, who has helped preserve the family's history through photographs, letters, and other records. Stewart's state-mandated illiteracy left him powerless to mount a legal defense. And quote out, the land was stolen from him, Carl said, adding that her great-grandfather was quote out targeted.
Hey man, I'm gonna take a quick commercial break. Don't forget, man, it's down Helly Way. One Eye Open drops today. It drops today, so I'm gonna play that little commercial drop right quick.
They won't see me. They won't let me, yeah. I gotta sleep with one eye open, you been making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strength. I know the odds wanna murder, I got a feeling, deep my stomach, paranoia, yeah. I won't let them, yeah. They won't see me, yeah. I gotta sleep with one eye open, you been making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strength. I know the odds wanna murder, I got a feeling, deep my stomach, paranoia.
So yeah, man, it's out on all streaming platforms, man. So go look it up, run up some streams. Y'all been asking for it. Where can I get that music? Who is that on the intro? Hey, go stream it, go download it, man. Check it out.
By white usurpers because of his relative wealth. And put out, they used to call him the rich nigger. Or I should put an ER, nigger. Sorry. So you actually can see how this is a real-time research of George Floyd's story. Like I said, he has a story like many Black Americans who are in the North a lot of times, and they don't know that they have wealth right underneath their thumb, the South, or maybe even in the West, or maybe even in the...
No, we're not saying it's not truth. We're just saying it's basic and it's pointless to say. It's like common sense. It's like saying, oh, man, you know, Indians got traditions, and some of their traditions is, I mean, like it's common sense, man.
Sure.
With that, yeah, and with that being said, bars, bars, the Doctrine of Discovery by legendary Big Chief Top Cat and the lovely Sandra TV. Appreciate you, Uncle, letting us come through, putting it down in real Indian way.
Yeah, thank you again, Shanetta. Like I said, it's very important we get to tell our story now. A lot of us have gone through our lives listening to what we would call at these schools that are actually owned by the colonizer. And I think it's time that we're able to put our individual templates on the table, for that we actually get to a point, God forbid, we're completely written out of history.
Yeah,
no, go ahead. You good. No, I didn't know if you wanted to.
Yeah, I heard they be having scholars.
This is Rap Boy. This is Rap Boy and one of his minions.
Over here in the chat, saying.
They have scholars in the chat.
Hey, that's what I heard. I don't know. I'm trying to find out if they got some scholars out there. They say them people over here be knowing what they be talking about. I'm ready to open up for questions. Yeah, or something like that, because I heard got all the information over there. So, we here today. The Indians are in the building. Yes, sir.
Yes, yeah, sir. I mean, I don't think a scholar tell me anything about my history, because I stand on my bloodline, and that's something that a lot of people can't stand on. But if they can stand on their bloodline without a DNA test, I accept the challenge. Tell me who your ancestors, and when I want you to call them by name. We're not doing percentages. We're not algorithms, and we just come out as percentages.
Hey, Shan.
Ancestors, how they know you.
Shan, tell me why they got Lord Albert out here. Lord Albert, y'all, let me tell y'all, Lord Albert got caught out here putting out fake slave paperwork. Okay, listen, Lord. Y'all know he'd have been a Kimite. That nigga have been a moron. He'd have been a 5%. That nigga have been through every walk of life for the country community. And now he back with some made up shit, right? So much. I wouldn't even call him made up because he actually do have a family member on the Freedmen's list. But just so happened that this family member is a slave owner. Yeah, because listen, this is what we got to understand, family. When they came out with the Freedmen's Bureau, right? And see, when they came out with the Freedmen's Bureau, a lot of the plantation.
He's stealing information that I dropped already. He's stealing information that I dropped already, man. See how he steals? That's big Aboriginal powers work that he's talking about. And I got it from Armani Bay. Shout out to my nigga. Shout out to Armani. I got it from Armani. This nigga's a weasel.
Owners. A lot of the plantation owners went and filed for benefits from the Freedmen Bureau. And Lord Albert ancestor went and filed for and right there he hired his wife. Okay, he sent his wife out, which was a slave to him. We had a document. We went and looked it up. Albert out here with the cap got caught with fake slave paperwork, so he blocked me on Twitter because I exposed him. But it is what it is. I know he ain't gonna come up here acting like he knows something. Yeah, black European ass.
He said,
Hey, hold on, man. Hold on. I want to say congratulations to both of you. I mean, both of y'all make a dynamic tag team. You know what I'm saying? Great information from both of y'all. Great information, man. The way y'all was passing each other the ball, I like that. Yeah. Something there. Man, Lord Albert, man, you better watch out, brother.
Yeah, appreciate it.
If you coming up in here, Lord Albert, you better come in with a team, brother.
You know what, son?
You're not saying that the rest of that went to Brazil in the Caribbean. So you got certain facts right, especially when it came to the Tabitha sister, who they called a witch during the Salem witch trial. It's true. She was an Arawak from the Caribbean. 100%.
Hold on, y'all.
African ancestry if you took a DNA test and DNA was proven?
Let me just say this. What I want more people to start doing to give us melanated people more grace to tell our stories, right? And no one is going to be that because they have African ancestry. And the fact that y'all think telling our family stories has to be anti something else lets me know you guys don't have the range even understand so-called Black identity in America. There won't be no, that African ancestry. No. I'm telling you my story. And that's only one line. I could have told my Cherokee line that came out of South Carolina, Low Country. I just told you one line because we're dealing with New York. right? I'm multi-tribal. Oh, people mix. Our people mix. It's called Great Migration. At the end of the day, there's not going to be a problem with that. It's not going to be a problem with that at all. So this is us telling our stories. So I just hope that you guys are a little more open, being able to receive them now.
All right.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I ain't trying to say. Yeah. No problem. All right, y'all be nice.
All right. Sister, let me ask you this question. I already know the answer to it. I know it's going to be no, because Moors, Hebrews, and the Muslims, when y'all claim to be something, you always go against the things that can prove who you really are. I take it that you are against DNA, ain't you? You don't believe in DNA, right?
I'm against a lot of things.
I knew it.
Yeah. I'm against a lot of things.
I knew it. But here's my thing, though. This is what I want to say. If you know who you are for a fact, then why wouldn't you take a DNA test so you can prove it and show it to the world? Don't you know once you get that, look, once you get that, nobody can ever say nothing to you again. You got the records, you got the documents, and you show nobody.
Here's the thing, nobody can say nothing to me now. Keep it a buck.
All right, okay. All right. Peace and Black Power, family.
I don't live my
life. Peace.
You, I live it for me and my family.
I got you. Peace and Black Power, family. What's your name when you call it from?
Peace. It's Kevin calling in from Virginia, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate. Yeah. I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, you putting the content out there and giving, you know what I'm saying, giving people that's ignorant like myself to these subjects. And I just got a quick question.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Someone such as myself, like, how would I go about finding out who I am and where I'm from? Because I'm right here on the Carolina-Virginia border, and all the shady shit been going on. You know what I'm saying, like with land and whatnot. And I just want to know where I'm from, so I can call my nicks and hand it on to my children, and then, you know what I'm saying, hopefully they'll keep it going.
Top Cat, you want to answer that?
Yeah, no problem. Peace, brother. Do you have do y'all have any oral history in your family? Did you do you have any grandmas? Do you know where your grandma came from?
Yeah. My grandmother. Well, actually, my grandmother's side of the family came from Carolina, and we did the whole Ancestry.com, and I got a list of names that go back maybe 2-3 generations from her father and her mother.
When you say that, you mean ancestry DNA test, or you mean?
Yeah, well, my grandmother did.
All right, no problem. Did your grandma? Do you have any of your family members? You had Indian in your family?
Man, he gonna do the same shit that we've been doing. The A1 do for a living. This nigga's a copycat. This nigga ain't Top Cat. He copycat. That's that nigga new name, man. I'm about to drop the link in the chat too. You feel me? I'm about to drop the link in the chat. Before I drop that, make sure y'all go stream and run up the heavyweight on all platforms.
They won't see me. They won't let me yeah. I gotta sleep with one eye open, been making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strap. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling deep my stomach, paranoid, yeah. I won't let them, yeah. They won't see me, yeah. I gotta sleep with one eye open, been making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strap. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling deep my stomach, paranoid.
Yeah, so go run that shit up, man. Make sure y'all go run that shit up. Hit that like button, man. I'm about to put the link in the chat. Put that in the chat for you guys. All right, links in the chat, man. I'm gonna give y'all 60 seconds to hit that link. Play a little jammy jam while we get back. Back in 60 seconds.
Yeah. Hey man, all I'm saying is, nigga, you always got something to say. It's like you don't shut up.
A lot of niggas died 1865. Took a Michael flag, how I ain't gon' let it ride. Everybody hollering black was never on your side. They do maps to tell your apps where you sleep at night. They put that white man on. Got you begging them for answers like that white man know. Had you swearing you was African, that's that white man home. Had you proud to be a savage, that's that white man's zone. And I ain't talking shit, this by definition. If being savage was our nature, y'all be non-existent. We done took your ass out when we was in them kitchens. Instead of showing you how to live and how to maintain business. White supremacy fake. Only way that shit real is if you do what they say.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Anybody gonna hit the link? Y'all niggas scary as hell. Scary ass motherfuckers. No, this bullshit. Watch y'all. Hit the link if you feel free. Should play another song so I can roll up this backwood. Yeah. Just hit that link, man. Hit that link. Hit that link. Hit that link. Make sure y'all hit that link, man. Hey girl, Gretchen. Shout out to Gretchen Hounds in the motherfucking chat too, by the way. Shout out to Gretchen Hounds in the building. Somebody say y'all better not hit that link. But yeah, man. That's some exclusive shit. So yeah, man. What do y'all got going on, man? Anybody go hit the link? I'm about to hit this bitch. Tap in, man. Make sure y'all tap in on June 11th too, man. June 11th. June 11th. Big Aboriginal Power versus Schemes. Versus LV. Big Aboriginal Power versus LV Europia. Schemes versus Sir Drop. It's going down, man. Battle rap event. I want all the Aborigines to pop out too, but if y'all didn't show up on the last one, make sure y'all show up for this. It's gonna be a classic. It's gonna be a classic. Who is Top Rap? Who's this nigga in the chat, yo? That nigga funny as hell. Let me put the link in there again. Is that even the right link? I might have not copied the right link. Shit, I be doing that sometimes. Shit, man, I ain't chopped it up with y'all niggas in a minute, man. Y'all be like, man, this nigga belligerent. I don't give a fuck, man. Y'all my cousins. Y'all know I'm belligerent as hell. You want to get some nice talking to, or talk to one of your motherfucking elders, nigga. What up, Indigenous? You got some fever. Let me see. Yeah. Hey, get on. Schemes fucking suck. Change your profession, homie. Damn. Schemes suck that bad. You need to change. You need to let battle rap go. Damn, Schemes, you heard it here first. You suck, fam. Hey, but how y'all call the battle though? How y'all call it? I ain't even been talking about it, hyped or nothing about it. Oh, how y'all call the battle? First off, how y'all call it Schemes versus LV? I mean, Schemes. I'm mixing them bitches all up. How you gonna call Schemes versus Sir Drop? Who you got winning? How many rounds you got on winning? And what round do you got on lose? Talk about it in the chat, man. Who y'all got winning? Schemes versus Sir Drops on the battle rap event. That's gonna be a good one, man. I heard both of their rounds actually. I heard some Schemes. I heard some Sir Drops. Just say they both coming to kill each other, man. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. They both coming to kill each other. Who y'all got winning, man? Schemes or Sir Drop? Talk to me in the chat. Y'all drop them fire emojis. What's going on out there, man? Wake up. Burr, 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 burr. I need to get my Don DeMarco shit up in here. Do I need to get my Don DeMarco shit up in here? I think I do. I think I need to get my Don DeMarco shit up in here. I need to get my Don DeMarco shit up in here, though. Let's do it. Yeah.
I'm the Marco.
Let's go. Who y'all got winning that motherfucking battle, gang? Who y'all got winning? Schemes or Sir Drop, man? Schemes or Sir Drop? I say 2-1 drop, but we'll see. I'm taking Sir Drop. Smoke Signal said. Okay.
John DeMarco.
Backwood activated. Sir Drop sound like Cassidy. What? I got Schemes losing mom spaghetti all over his shirt. Schemes come with some shit. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't gonna cap on look good. He got some shit. Sir Drop's got some shit too, though. I ain't gonna flex to you. No bull. No bull. All right. Who y'all got winning? LV or Aboriginal Power? How y'all calling it, gang? How y'all calling it?
See, you know we bagging you, bro.
Come on, man. Y'all gotta keep it real, man. I know last time y'all was lying to me. Y'all thought I was gonna lose for real. Y'all thought I was gonna lose, man. What's up with that? LV. LV, not LB. His name LV Europia. Go check out the face off. We had a bill with him last time. Last time y'all was like, I don't know about Big Al Power. I don't think he gonna be able to rap that good. I don't think he gonna be able to. Man, nigga, I smoke blue. Smoke. You feel me? I hit you with just the Don DeMarco.
John DeMarco.
You feel me? I'm gonna smoke LV though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm coming for a 3-0. Last time I beat Blue 2-1, they said 2-1. Like I'm coming for a 3-0 on this one. I ain't gonna lie. Our
What's
power
happening?
been
What's happening?
doing limited live stream, so I got him preserving. Yep. You already know, Gretchen. You already know. You already know. Been in the cut. I just finished my third. I just finished my third. I gotta start rise. I got like 5 to 6. I said 3-0. You can battle rap for real. Kill these niggas for real, man. This nigga got a few, man. Bring that nigga back on in a minute. Yeah, man. It's gonna be a good one, Indigenous Minds. Make sure you show up, big bro. I got some shit for y'all, man. We gonna these niggas, man.
Hell yeah, shit. I might build up the courage to go ahead and spit some shit myself.
Man, I'm telling you, hey, listen, it's not that hard, fam. It's like talking to these little. Once you are Aboriginal, and you got some of this information we got. It's a sense of confidence behind everything. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, I can swim better than you. Nigga, I jump better than you. I'm faster than you. I dress better than you. I look better. I run better. Talk better. Nigga, everything. You feel me? It's a sense of confidence behind this Aboriginal.
It's in the DNA code. Shit, we can't help it.
Yeah. So, I just want to display it. But yeah, man, motherfuckers enjoy it. Shout out to Ron Moore for the Cash App donation. We appreciate all the support. Shout out to Ron Moore for the Cash App donation. Uh, but yeah, man, I didn't even know I could battle rap till I did it. So I liked it. It was fun. I feel like that was just a test trial. This time I get more crafty with it. So if you like them bars last time, then you gonna hear some crazier shit this time. Trust me. We going to another level with it. I got my What'd you say, big brother?
No, I ain't even saying. I was about to say something. I just mute my mic when you started talking.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, really. I was about to say, bro. I just did some fun research on my own shit, man, and I actually found a document from one of my great grandparents, who relocated to Tennessee, to Chattanooga. And I started doing a play on words. I don't know what Chattanooga. I be thinking about Chatta, all that shit. But anyway, because I'm not too familiar with all the tribes and how they all really operate.
The Choctaw that way, Chattanooga, Chattahoochee. You got a few things, which is a river. That is a river.
So he had wrote a document to the state, explaining why he was signing into the role, saying that him and his mother were Cherokee slaves, that they were Cherokee Indian, and that they were pretty much that they were in slavery, and him and his wife were in slavery, and his oldest child were in the times of the slavery days, but the rest of his children weren't because the slavery days had ended. But when you look at the records, man, and this is all I want to keep saying, man, the reference of slavery for these people was working for one another and for their family members. When I keep looking at all my family records, I see professionals, and I see later on down the line, you see sharecroppers, but you see people that own actually businesses, man. So I just encourage people to just really start looking at your shit. I done found a bunch of my great grandparents on Freedman rolls, on a bank rolls. So hey, just I encourage y'all, man. Stay vigilant out here. This shit is ours, man. And you ain't gonna see nothing but your family all throughout the land. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us out here listening, we all connected some way, somehow through this land.
I don't know what's going on with it. Let me see. Unmute yourself real quick. And get this, man. Let me see something.
I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hopefully it ain't
Must.
too. Yeah, you still echoing. I don't know what it is though. Might just be your mic. Or something.
Well, shit, man. I ain't gonna fuck up the frequency because I don't know what the shit is, but I just want to say peace to the family, man. Peace to you. I'm definitely gonna tune in and shit. Like I said, I think I'm gonna go ahead and jump in. I know I got some bars and they all natural, so
Yeah,
it's
I
just gonna
want you
come
to
out.
get. I think you could do good, man. You get over there and get your on it. I mean, and smoke.
Hey, and if y'all can hear me out there for real, another fun fact that I just researched while listening and vibing to Rod Hayes and just thinking about because I'm from Chicago. My family grew up GD. So just going back through the history and looking at all the different tribes that came together. You had Cherokee, the Braves. These are different tribe uh, organizations that came together and started the BD Nation. So when you just start looking at some of this shit and just understanding like what our people understood, man, I'm telling y'all, man, this shit get deeper in the further we swim in this water. So I'm just saying, just get yourselves elevated.
That's a
That's a
big
big
fact,
fact,
bro. All
bro.
that
All
shit
that
was
shit was
family
family
ties,
ties,
bro.
bro.
You feel me? Larry, David, Barksdale, them boys was one. You feel me? Peace to the panel, man. What's good? AP, shout out to
Shout
the
out to
chat.
the chat.
What's going on with you, True?
Man, chilling, man. About to ready to hit the gym here in a minute and shit. You feel me?
On a motherfucking scholarship.
Yeah, man. About to hit the gym, man. Get my workout on, bro. You feel me? I think the summertime gonna be we gonna call it summertime punching season.
Summertime punching season.
Yeah. What's good with you though, Gabe? What's the word?
Shit, man, her doing these push-ups, like, you know what I mean?
Pushing up them backwoods, huh?
You feel me? Exercising this shit, getting healthy for the summer.
Yeah, you like that one nigga and shit on Snapchat recording a salad and shit in the background, eating a double stack and shit, nigga. But yeah, bro. Hey, man, we appreciate these wake and bakes, bro. You know, man,
Man,
everybody, man, support the bro, man.
yeah, I try to keep them coming, man, for the fam, man. I know motherfuckers like to get up, get that energy going, nice little dialogue or whatnot. You know what I mean? You never know what it's gonna be about. So yeah, man. You know what I mean? The waking base get cracking, man. I got some other shit lined up coming real soon, man. Just been so busy. Summertime, I'm really busy, man. But yeah, man, we're gonna try to lock in with some deals. I know me and A1 got something special cooking up for y'all for majority of the summer. Y'all be able to take with y'all, man. We're gonna get into that heavy bag again on some shit. But yeah, man, we cooking up some shit. Me and Hawk School even cooking up some shit. You
Yeah,
know
I
what I
love
mean?
the brother House School, man. He been dropping some fire lately, bro. I've been checking out,
We got
bro. Bills when I do catch him and shit, bro. Be going the fuck in.
shout out to Bill. Shout out to goddamn Truth, man, on the goddamn Cash App donation too. Shout out to 111 Truth for the Cash App.
Man, yeah, bro. I know, man. You don't be asking for it, and I don't feel obligated, man. Man. It's just about supporting motherfuckers who invest in their time, man, and coming out and
That's
presenting a platform and shit where everybody can gather and man, what they call that, the coming together of the minds and shit. You
right.
provide that space, bro. That take
Yeah.
your time, bro. You feel me?
Yeah, I don't want that, man. You know, I just want motherfuckers to hit that like button, share the live stream. But motherfucker, if you motherfucker donate, hey, we appreciate all the support, all forms of support coming over to this platform because it's an organic platform. It's for the Aborigines. You feel me? I'm not Aboriginal power. We Aboriginal, and that's power, nigga. So, nigga, we all that. You feel me? At the same time, it's just a title. You feel me? And we all represent that. If you standing on business, you standing on lineage, you standing on genealogy, if you standing on history, you standing on contributions, you been standing on innovations and inventions. You feel what I'm saying?
That's a fact, bro. You know, how long niggas been doing their genealogy over in this community for now? What, about eight, 9 years now?
Shit, at least 8, 9. Maybe some of the younger ones that just making a name and doing it at least at 18.
I'm gonna be real. I've been on my gen because back in the day, my people used to have Bibles, and always certain family members that have Bibles with your people name, and you know what I'm saying. So that's how I was always on my shit. And my people, man, like my people, old school. You know, my father was born in 1938, so you know what I'm saying. And my mama, my grandfather was born in the 1800s, so that's then 100-year gap between me and him. So shit.
That's crazy. And like I said, the gaps be strong like that sometimes, man.
You
But
talking about
shit.
this looking Bible in my avatar right here, bro?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
My
man.
family too, that bitch was at least about 1.5 feet long and about 1 foot wide. And that bitch was thick. That bitch had all pastel paintings on that bitch that shine. All the paintings was like that throughout the book. And the first 20 pages was just a list of, it was like a line sheet to sign your name. It said name, date of birth, all that beside it. And you know, as a
Real
kid, listen,
shit.
when I looked at it as a kid, I didn't think nothing. I'm 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old seeing this at my granny house. But I remember seeing names in there, and all of them was like, you know, our family last names and shit.
Day
And I
they was
remember looking
born, the day they died, where they was
that they
located
died
at,
with
they
their
children.
social beside it. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know, I never really thought nothing about it. I thought it was normal as hell, to be honest. Uh, I just know, you know, times went by. I never seen. I didn't see the book no more. I don't even know what happened to the goddamn book. But
Somebody in your family got it though, bro. Like for instance, and that's why,
ask,
man, I love this community. That's why I ain't gonna never switch up. You feel? I mean, I just ain't no switch up pancake ass nigga anyway. But just to keep it a bug though, I always known about my origins of being here. I just never knew the importance. I was lost in indoctrination still through school and all that.
hey,
And this,
let me shout out Ricardo Dancy. My bad, True.
nah, you
Let me
good,
shout
bro.
out to Ricardo Dancy for the cash out donation and Dre Beats. You feel me? Cobb Beats, Dre Cobb Beats, man. Shout out to Dre Cobb for the cash out donation as well. We appreciate all the support, man. Make sure y'all run them up, man. Run it up, run it up. Hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to like 170 on the likes. Please, let's get
That's free.
$3.99.
Free 99 to hit the like button and share. You
Just
know,
comes back 2 seconds.
that's nah, man, you know, y'all had me going back to my family asking questions that ain't been asked in a long time. You feel me? And when I asked them, I found everything that I needed. The whole time my auntie was sitting on them bitches and shit, my mama cousin. They both grew up under my great grandmother who had the books and
I
shit.
ain't even gonna lie. I think somebody stole our shit because I'm telling you, ain't nobody got that bitch around, fam. We
It's a
motherfuckers been
cousin that you don't even know about, bro. You know how many family members that I never met, bro? Like, you know, like I said, I got family in Oklahoma, bro. I never met them, bro. You feel me? I got family in other places still in Mississippi that I never met. And you know, it's due to marriage, you know,
yeah, you
time went
know,
on and shit.
it's cousins that I ain't met and shit right now. But you know, and these are areas that's like in the Carolinas and shit. But I remember my mom and them telling me and my uncles and shit, be like, yo, every summer we had to go out there. It was Mando. Like we out there 2 months after summer out of the cousin them house in North Carolina. And now they generation that had kids and shit. I ain't never even met them. Never spent the summer out there, none of that. So, you know, times have changed on the way we do shit. You feel what I'm saying? I think we got to snap back into some type of customs and traditions for our youth now to come get a grasp of. You see what I'm saying?
Hey,
So,
but see, that's what the family reunion was.
yeah, that's what it was. But nobody's doing it right there. Our generation is lousy for that.
Last time we had a family reunion, I think I was like 12 or
Our
13.
generation don't do family reunions, barbecues, or nothing. I don't know. None of our niggas. Let me think about it. How many barbecues y'all went to over this weekend for Memorial Day? You didn't see that many, like you do
Well,
used to growing up.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie, my family was getting it cracking back home, bro, in both places. Cause my mom
Yeah,
was
man,
down in
some of them was getting cracked. I ain't gonna lie. They was
yeah,
getting
my
cracked.
mom was down in Mississippi with the direct link. You know, it's all direct link, but she was in a home in Mississippi, and then the rest of my family was up in Chicago. You know, I'm out here in Cali, so I don't really know too many people out here like that. So you know how that shit go.
It be like that too. Shit. I've been in Texas for a minute, and I don't know. You know, the youth just grew apart, man. But I will say
Nah,
that
it's us. That the nigga grew apart. We still cool with all the cousins. We still cool with all the family. It's just we don't do get-togethers. We lousy. I don't know what it is. I don't
facts.
know if we
That's
just
what I'm
don't
trying to
have
say.
time in the day. We too selfish. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's a fact. And you know, when my mom was down there, you know, everywhere she went, everybody wanted to talk to me because, like, the thing is like my brother went to Chicago before us. He went up there with my grandma. So, like, me and my mom stayed there, like, in Mississippi for like another 2.5 years before we left. So they all still remember me. And then, you know, when my daughter was born, you know, I took her down there. You know, she had to meet the fam and shit and everything. You know, and that was the last time I went, and that was in like 2009. And you know, the whole time, everywhere she go, they, man, where you at? Oh, you know, I'm in Cali. When you gonna come out here and help out on some of this land? Man, I gotta get out there. I've been meaning to get out. I mean, that's the one question that I heard from everybody, because it's not just one area where it's family land. That, man, it's multiple areas in Mississippi where we got family land. That it's certain families that we fuck with harder than the others. And that where the bullshit and the problems come in. That, because, like, even my auntie that got all these Bibles with all this genealogy and shit, you know, when I get to speaking about the family in Humphrey counties down in Yazoo and Silver City and shit, you know, oh well, you know, mama didn't fuck with them. Mama didn't fuck with them, and she talking about my great grandma, because her and my mama was raised by my great grandmother and shit. And my great grandmother was a full-blooded Aboriginal. Her parents was full-blooded. That's why when I tell people I don't have to go into the 1800s, I can go right to a person that died the same year I was born in 84. You feel me? And you know, it's just family infighting and shit. And that shit, you know, man, niggas ain't it.
Yeah, man. And like I said, it'll be situations like that where parents and shit be like, yeah, they got into it with other sides of great grand or grandma, other family, and then you don't really know your other first cousins and second cousins on that side and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Or it becomes a turmoil where you can't really lock in. Them cases are like that as well, man. And that's how a whole generation go by. You feel me? Two generations that go by your family that done never even connected, never knew each other, never talked, crossed paths. You see what I'm saying? That's crazy to me. We got to start bringing back that old family structure with a modern twist. So we're not the same old folk that was around, but we still have family and certain shit that we gotta uphold. So I feel like we gotta bring back that structure just with a new twist, man. We in the new day. You feel what I'm saying?
You know what? That's what me and some of my cousins, some of my first cousins already suggested. You know, just take our immediate family, and invite all the old school family where we used to do the big family reunion. Cause man, to be real, like man, my grandparents had 14 kids. All right. And out of those 14, a lot of my aunties and uncles got about 10, 9, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So we got a large ass family. I'm sure it's like that across the board, across the states, man. And maybe we just got to start with the immediate family. Get your brothers, your sisters, and go with your first cousin. You know what I'm saying? Try to, but at this day and age, a lot of people got a problem with communicating with each other and building with each other just on a social level. We don't even know how to talk to each other no more. So
That's a fact, bro. And it's crazy because we got a lot of cousins that we don't even fucking know. And it's other cousins, that can get connect. And that's the thing, bro. I think that nigga, we need to have a national holiday, a family gather, where every motherfucker need to go gather with all of their family and shit, bro. Every one of them. And you'll realize in some places, especially when you go back to where the origins of your people started at, y'all fuck around and be the deepest in the whole goddamn state. You don't even realize how deep you is.
I mean, to be honest, wherever you go in the United States, when I go to old towns and they be like, this is one of the oldest towns in the state or whatever, it was always started by so-called Negroes. I go to my people. I have people that own land out in southern Illinois, out there by in Mound City.
Yeah, I know that said, bro. Down there by Carbondale.
And here they got the oldest church.
Some of your ancestors, if you look into genealogy, literally seen some of the first white people moving to the areas.
Bruh, when you listen to these people, they ain't never seen white people. And some of them,
like I told y'all, man, I never seen outside of TV. I never seen the Mexicans till I got to Chicago. Puerto Ricans, no, none of them motherfuckers. In Mississippi, I never seen none of them motherfuckers until I got to Chicago. All I ever seen was niggas and crackers. That's it. No, and mixed babies.
Growing up in Tennessee, you didn't see no Mexicans until 2000. Nigga, I promise. Nigga, I remember the day I was jumping on the trampoline, nigga, and seeing like 50 Mexicans get out of a U-Haul. Nigga, I'm talking.
You funny as hell. He said like 50.
No, I'm not even bullshit. Might have been like this is real shit. In the hood, nigga. I'm talking about we all kids on the trampoline. We looking at it like, damn. They all spread out, start running to different houses across the street. It was like all of them was Mexican houses. They just start running in that motherfucker like 30 at a time and shit. Like, I ain't bullshit, man.
Yo, that's funny as hell. Nah, bro. But not just even in the area where I stayed that, because like we travel throughout Mississippi all the time, even in Tennessee and Arkansas and Louisiana, because we got family there. I didn't see them nowhere, bro. Like, nowhere. And on some G shit, our people need to start getting on board with these motherfucking immigration policies and shit. Because they damn near motherfucking neck and neck with us in this country and shit. And it's due to our own ignorance and lack of knowledge and understanding of what the fuck this plan was about with this immigration policy. It was to bring in as many people that's not you and have them ahead of you to feel a sense of entitlement to them against you. Like, y'all seen what happened in Chicago back during the riots and shit. They get not too long ago. I ain't even talking about the old riots. I'm talking about the one that was a couple of years ago. Them niggas started really showing what type of time they was. And I know the homie
doing the George Floyd shit when they talking about I ain't about to riot at our shit. Like, bitch, you a Mexican. This ain't nothing over here, your shit.
And that's the thing, bro.
I had nothing against nobody, but that's how the shit started in California as well.
Yeah. And this the thing, Indigenous Mind, I heard him say from Chicago, he can admit this. We never had a racial problem with Mexicans until recent time. And what it is that a lot of the southern border and California ones that made their way up there and bought that type of shit with it. But I'm glad they did.
We didn't, but remember, Remember, police infiltrate. See, this is what we got to get on board too. Knowing how police infiltration, and government infiltration, they infiltrated all the gang units. They pinned gangs against each other. Because even like if you go back to when Latin King started in Chicago, because I remember coming up in the '90s, it was war. It was gang
Oh
war.
yeah, that was the worst time.
With the Kings and the GD back in the day, and you know what I'm saying. So when I started going to the history, before everybody had wars with each other, they were all affiliated amongst each other. And the original Latin Kings were actually Afro Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, they was the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans and shit in Humble Park.
Yeah, and Dominicans, Negroes. So all this, I'm telling you, bro. Like just like you said, man, this is just them just infiltrating our land, just like with this whole Ukrainian war. You see what's happening. They're about to send a whole bunch of Ukrainians to this motherfucker and give them shit. So,
but you know, I'm glad that shit happened though, because what it did was it made me realize where all this friendliness shit was really coming from. They knew they didn't have numbers. Now they thought they had numbers doing that riot shit. And you seen what type of time niggas was on. Niggas was like, fuck that gang banging shit, nigga. We on their ass. They attacking fucking women and kids and shit. This shit bigger than gang banging. And then they realized they numbers ain't there like they hope. And we always had that southern border from the south up under us. Unlike, you know, man, our brothers in Texas, Arizona, back to motherfucking California, you know, them people got easy reinforcements and shit to get to them and shit. And they outnumbers and they numbers are strong in those regions, where in the South and the Midwest, they trying to get that shit though. You feel me? And I'm telling you, when they get there, it's gonna be like how you see in South LA and Compton and everything and shit. Shit gonna get real weird. So niggas better get on time, bro.
It get real weird every time you allow foreigners in. Look at New York prior to the to the 70s and the 80s, right? You didn't have all that weird shit going on with the influxation of foreigners importing in that. You feel what I'm saying? We're still home based. It was raw and rugged, but that's how we like it, man. You see what I'm saying? Shit done got weird now. You see what I'm saying? Bunch of foreigners bringing in these weird ass concepts. And so, as Aboriginal people, man, we understand that our people still practice Aboriginal culture. They just don't know what's going on. It's hidden up under gang culture, hip hop culture. It's hidden up under violence, underground crime rings and shit like that. So a lot of this shit is just natural ways. You feel what I'm saying? Real shit.
And the crazy shit is I was talking to my wife auntie last night, because right now Chicago going crazy, nigga. One thing you know about the Midwest is like, yeah, niggas banging on their brothers, but them niggas are bang on the police too. Niggas really ain't scared of no motherfucking body in those areas. And it's not to say anything about any other areas, bro. But we talking about regular average Joe motherfuckers. We ain't talking about no crazy suicidal ass niggas and shit. And the thing is, they had to pin the gangs against each other, because all the gangs was made to fight they ass, and niggas was on their ass. So this shit is all by design to get us to fight against each other and shit. Because if we not fighting against each other, who the fuck are we gonna be fighting? The very people that we was motherfucking created to fight and protect our neighborhood for. I can't speak for other areas, but gangs in Chicago and shit had value and meaning to that shit. Like if you look at the literature, the folks and shit, I can't speak on that shit online, but if you know, you know. That shit is steps into becoming a productive person in your community.
And
It ain't
that's
about
what
destroying your community.
That's why you got to show about progression and elevation, or what's called growth and development. You see what I'm saying?
You know what? what make me think about, growing up in Chicago, seeing like the mosque and all the, growing up in that environment, and talking to a lot of my elders, bro. It just made me realize how much history and how much we had, how much influence we had in tribal affairs, up and down the board. And this what made me want to challenge all these, I guess you could use the word pseudo Egyptian motherfuckers. If you want to know what the Nile is, it's right here on the Mississippi, bro. If you travel up that motherfucker, bro, and even going all the way from what they call Little Egypt, going up to Chicago, bro, that's a whole big ass city, bro. They got a lot of history behind it, and the knowledge behind. That's why I learned really about being indigenous to America was from Samoas, from elders telling me some shit. It was confusing the hell out of me too at the time, but now being as old as I am, shit, I get this shit full handed.
The crazy shit is, though, to be real about this shit, right? And that's what I say. The Midwest, from Minnesota back to Ohio, and everything south of that motherfucker to the Gulf of Mexico, from Alabama back to West Texas, those are real blood ties of real family. Not on all the Negroes in America is the same people, like, yeah, but beyond that, on direct family links, you feel me? Those are real blood ties, just like from the Northeast down to Florida. Those are real family blood ties. You feel me?
And don't be surprised if you find out that they were the original Masons that were building churches.
Man, we had all that shit over here. A lot of the buildings in Chicago is older than the amount of time they've been up in that motherfucker. Somebody had to build that shit, and we know it wasn't them. The first skyscraper was in Chicago. You feel me? And that's not even on no other shit. But at the end of the day,
that was the capital of the Amaru at one point. When you go back and look at the World's Fair, that's them showing you remnants of it, and getting rid of it at the same time. That's pretty much the Atlantis, the description that they talk about. This is the metaphorical, like I said, Atlantis that they talk about. When you go and look at images of Atlantis, shout out to Ahanu Kiel for bringing this to the light, and you look at pictures of the World Fair from a certain perspective, it looks exactly the same. It almost looked like a rendition of one another.
We still got those buildings in Chicago. They call the Museum of Science and History, the Shetty Aquarium and shit. All that shit is still along Lake Michigan to this day with different names of government institutions, whether it be sheds, zoos, history museums and shit, and things like that. Those buildings from the World Fair is still there. They just started recently knocking them down later and shit. Shout out to A1. What's good, brother?
Peace to all the Aborigines, man. What's up, Truth? What's up, AP? Who else we got on the platform? I hear somebody else in the background. Peace, my brother. I mean, what y'all saying, definitely everything is definitely truth to the, to our history, man. But as far as what you were saying earlier, even when it comes to this history, right? You can't read this shit from no motherfucking scripted or some created, fabricated story, and then you memorize the shit, and then you say the shit verbatim without cross-referencing it, without decoding and deciphering it. See, the white man, how the fuck the white man gonna tell you your complete history when he was the fucking slaves? So even a lot of times when they be talking about, oh, they was enslaving people, they was talking about white people, but niggas don't want to believe that shit. Some niggas is still sit up there tell me, oh, the Slavs, that was back 1,000. Motherfucker, they always been Slavs. Nigga, they Slavs today. You was never a motherfucking slave. Never, because the word slave is a is an ethnicity group of people, which we still can see today. But because these niggas read shit and then they comprehend this shit, well, they don't properly comprehend it because in comprehension, you still got to cross-reference it. You still got to find things. You still got to find pros and cons to whatever.
They made it illegal to even have white slaves. It's illegal for black people to transport white people anywhere unless it's through government commerce. Like if someone was like they got pimping charges, right, where people sell prostitutes. If a motherfucker sell a black woman, they'll get child sex trafficking and all this, but they won't get white slavery. If you do it to a white woman, you get white slavery. That's one of the highest charges. Perish life.
Yeah, but think about this though, right? Listen, what they did was this, right? I just was listening to what Top Cat was saying, right? When he was saying that the most lynchings came from 1860 after 1865 until 1965, right? Now you should be having your high beams on trying to figure out why is that? Why is all the lynchings at that point in time? Now some people will say, oh, because this is when black people had land. Listen, let's understand this shit, right? The reason all of the lynchings took place at that point in time, because after the fucking Civil War, which I keep telling motherfuckers that the reason of the Civil War was to free white slaves. So when the white people got freed and these so-called secret societies like the Knights of the Golden Circle, which is the military group for the KKK, which was created by the motherfucking Rothschilds, which one of his main generals was Jesse James and Frank James and other characters that play into that. This is the reason why they allow because like I said, Frank James is Rockefeller, okay? He's Rockefeller. And they got their riches from doing what they was doing over here. Not less going into a lot of these banks and shit that our people had and robbing them. Not, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of history, and you cannot take these people's word that they're telling you the truth about any of this shit. You have to be very critical when you read something on any of these online platforms and then say the shit verbatim to the fucking people. Because even if you say, what's the name? What's the nigga name? James, what's AP? You're
We talking about Jesse James?
Not Jesse James.
King James?
King James, right? When they said King James had slaves, right? Understand this. You don't know if they white slaves or black slaves, which mostly they was white slaves because the white slaves were shipped to the Caribbean first. This is where your term redneck and all these other so-called racial terms came from. They came from the white slaves that was in the Caribbean first. But see, niggas don't do research like that, man. Niggas don't do research like that. And even the image of that so-called Moor, which was a Timical, this nigga ain't know nothing about that. He found out about that shit when I did the bill, when me and Kiywa had the fucking debate. That's where he seen the picture at. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, you know, a lot of people, everybody's not built to do this shit. Yeah, you can sit there and read, you can say the shit verbatim, you can sit there and memorize it, and you can spit it back to the people. But if you don't have that motherfucking intuition from your ancestors, or if you don't have that gene from your ancestors, then you ain't gonna properly get people to understand it in its proper character. You know what I'm saying? Or its proper contents, I mean. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of shit that we read, and we take a lot of this shit verbatim. Which you just can't do. You can't take, and like I told on Ab TV channel yesterday when we was building this shit, a lot of information that I came out with in a lot of my first videos, I had to go back and say I was wrong about some of that shit. Because I myself was a victim thinking that the information that these people put out about our history is right and exact until I started to see a lot of different things that just didn't make sense. Or I started to read a lot of content from other stuff Like, even the white slavery and all of that type of stuff that just did not make sense. Now, I can say this, though, right? When these so-called Christian Moors, okay, the motherfuckers who was subsiding in Rome and in the Greek area and in some certain parts of the Mediterranean, when they came over here, because after they pushed the so-called Moors that people say that was in Spain and Morocco and Portugal, after they pushed them out, that opened up the Pillars of Hercules. The Pillars of Hercules is the mouthpiece to where you could come through the Mediterranean. You can't come to the West without coming through that way. Unless you're gonna go all the way around, like I was telling you yesterday, Truth. Unless you're gonna go all the way around Africa and then come into the Atlantic.
Man, you took
Ocean.
the words right out my mouth. I was just about to say, you was just talking about this shit yesterday on the line.
Yeah. So when the motherfuckers who did what they did to us was Catholics, man, and Christians, man. And when they pushed the so-called the Moors that was in Morocco and Spain and Portugal, they was the gatekeepers to keep people from coming to the West or coming to the Amaru. Most people don't even fucking understand that shit. You understand what I'm saying? And like we were saying yesterday, right? People keep saying North Africa. North Africa is the motherfucking Mediterranean, man. That's the fucking Mediterranean. Now, you can also say this too, right? When these motherfuckers come over here, right? They had certain alliances with some of these so-called tribes over here, right? Some of these tribes did sell us out, especially the ones that had war. We was warned against, right? The ones we was warned against, they sold our people out to them. So when you start seeing people being took from the Americas back over there, that is as a result of you warring with these tribes. And when these motherfucking Catholics and some what's the motherfuckers called, conquistadors, and some of these people pull up on shore, they like, you know what? We beefing with them, so we could kill two birds with one stone. Let's have these motherfuckers. Let's capture these niggas and then send them aboard. That's when you get the Westos. When you start talking about the Westos that was in Virginia, and they actually kind of had an influence with the whole Powhatan thing that was going on there. You understand what I'm saying? And if you just do some research on the Westos, you'll see the Westos was a rogue group of Aborigines who was more like pirates or privateers, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And they were selling them to these Christians and these Catholics that was coming over here. You understand what I'm saying? So when they saying that they were sending our people, it wasn't white people doing it. It was our own people selling them to these motherfuckers, and then they would take them back over to Europe and take them to these certain parts of Europe after they pushed the so-called Moors that was in Morocco and in Portugal and in Andalusia. Because a lot of people don't know the Andalusian Empire, the king of the Andalusian Empire was Montezuma. So why after they got rid of Montezuma did they start taking over them parts of Europe? Because Montezuma was the king of the motherfucking Andalusian Empire. Most people don't understand that, because even when you get into the triangle trade, like I said, it went from the Mediterranean across the Canada down through the northeastern seaboard of the Amaru America, down through the Caribbean and back up to Europe. This was a triangle trade. The triangle trade was our trade. That was always our trade. So they tell you that you got the triangle trade, you got the slave trade, you got the African slave trade. This is all fucking bullshit, bro. And like I said, when you do your research, do not rely on these people's history, because the people who teaching you this shit, they have a false narrative to make it seem like the people here was primitive living people who was living in teepees and wine pots, and they didn't have the science from 09. They knew nothing about astronomy, cosmology, history, and I mean the American Indian Encyclopedia, which told you that we had all this shit here. We had civilization here. But see, most people haven't even read that. So whether or not you check out the bill that me AP and Jag did. Shout out to my brother Jag. If you go check out the build that we did, if not, download that American Indian Encyclopedia and read it for yourself, so you can see the technology, the technical advancements that we had thousands of years ago. If you want to go by the Gregorian calendar, of course, because like I said, we don't know how old some of this shit is. But at least you will understand, like, wait a minute, man. If we was doing all this shit thousands of years ago, then why is these people keep telling me that we was wilderness living people, hunter-gatherers and fucking eating out of fucking turtle bowls? We weren't eating out of no fucking turtle bowl. The pottery been in America for tens of thousands of years. So niggas go back because of the history that they learned from these Native Americans and tell you, oh yeah, man, you was eating out of motherfucking turtle shell. Nigga, we had pottery here, my dude. They done found pottery that goes back over 50,000 years. But these niggas haven't been briefed with it, man. You found even the pipes. They done found pipes that's made out of pottery. The smoke tobacco and smoke hemp and marijuana out of, as well as tobacco. You know what I'm saying? They done found that shit here. So a lot of history that people putting out there, they making it seem like the white man came there and they was lynching your ass. Nah, all this shit just happened. All this shit happened after 1865 until now. That's the reason why it went from 1865 all the way to 1965. The 1965, when Martin Luther King said he integrated his people into a burning house, meaning that he integrated us into their fucking system. And that was the last fucking piece what they fucking needed, because now they can take control of the abandoned lands that we abandoned by wanting to integrate into their fucking system. And thank Jackie Robinson too for giving them baseball when we had the best baseball players on the fucking planet. You understand? So I mean,
you know what? You know, this is trickery on a high level, and this is warfare. You know, I have a military background. You know, being so, you get to understand how these motherfuckers operate if you really paying attention. And me being from where I'm from, it's like, man, it's just so hard to just take in some of the nonsense that people talk about when it comes to American history. A lot of these, if you're Pan-African motherfucker, I don't care if you're new to this shit. There's so much that we don't know about this fucking landmass that's still to be uncovered. We need to start traveling more. They got our mind where we trapped and we stuck in a trap. Niggas afraid to travel to the next state and visit the good places. They all out here in the good places. I'm in Texas, man. I see where they went to. They out there in the good land by the fresh water. Why they got us stumped up, hurt in these fucking cities and shit.
Yeah, they was running just like even in the South, right? You had people who had like in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I was watching this video that the nigga Afrocentric did probably about 2-3 years ago, and it was two brothers. Matter of fact, now it might have been like a year ago. It was two brothers that had beachfront land next to Myrtle Beach, but Myrtle Beach used to be called Atlantic Beach, right? And right next to Atlantic Beach, right, these people had beachfront land, and what they was doing was they had people selling. They was trying to make people sell the land, and the people that wasn't selling the land, what they would do is come up with these land grants and start charging people higher taxes and saying because you didn't pay taxes, then they coming and taking your land. Now, how the fuck is slaves getting the best motherfucking land, or how was you able to afford this shit right out of slavery? So, like I said, you got to go back and revise the history, and you have to look at the history through the lens of studying the shit from its entirety. Go back, read that American Indian Encyclopedia, and then cross-reference that shit with the shit that they not telling you. Because they not telling you a lot of shit. And they got you believing that, like I said, at the time when they came here, motherfuckers had bow and arrows and shit. Nigga, we had fucking cannons over here, bro. We had cannons over here.
Hey, one, just to touch on what you talking about, right? And that's the question I always ask motherfuckers be saying that dumbass shit. I'll be like, okay, we know, well, just just on the surface level, what they show, they tell you they never gave niggas 40 acres and a mule. They tell you that white people was motherfucking getting down on them in business and not paying the right. How the fuck did they get all this fucking land, nigga? How did they get it? Niggas never make that make sense. And like I always tell people, bro, the people that deserve that 40 acres and a mule, they got it, nigga. And they got it
Mm-hmm.
through the Homestead Act. It
Yep.
wasn't for you, nigga. It was for all them peasants that they was flooding our shores
But
with
guess what though? They
after the
still,
Civil War up into the 1950s and shit. They flooded us with damn near
but
6 million of these peasants.
it's a fact. But they still owe us for the 640 acres of land that was supposed to be allocated to the members of the Cherokee and the Cherokee Nation on the East Coast, which was a lot of affiliates. You had the Chickamaugas that was loosely affiliate, Cheyenne, a lot of these other tribes were loosely affiliate that didn't go out to Oklahoma. 1% went to Oklahoma. They was allotted what they was allotted, what you see these people allotted for today in Oklahoma. But the ones who stayed was supposed to get 648 acres, right?
And when you
And
got
a hundred
Oklahoma,
and
make
But
sure you add
the
Nebraska
acres
too.
go in. That was the federal law. State law requiring members that stayed to be classified.
But look, AP, it was 640 for the head, and for every child, another 160. Every male child, another 160 for when they become an adult. They got a track of this shit too. And that's why I keep telling niggas, bro, what you said is so important. And that's why, like, before I stop going live, and even when I pop up on this, I keep telling motherfuckers, Article 14. Article 14 of the Dancing Rabbit Treaty will make this shit make sense, because eventually, damn near all tribes got absorbed up into that agreement. Yeah, they start, adding on with different treaties, but they all falling up under this Indian Remove Alleged Trail of Tears Treaty and shit. And it clearly states
That's
in Article 14, you don't have to leave, you have to assimilate, you will become Article 14 citizens, and your lands will be allotted. The problem was they wasn't fucking honoring the citizenship or the land allotment. They had all they white peasants squatting on lands, causing wars. Then they come in and play mediator and shit. And then little by little, you lost tracts of land up to the point. Then they finally forced the citizenship up on you, which would be in the 1890s and the 1900s. Because you were still having them problems. And that shit all stemmed from Article 14. Like real shit. It got bought back up in 1860, 1868 to be exact. And then it really came up in 1896 and 1898. That's where the whole Dawes Roll shit came from, because now niggas was on that ass, nigga, about the shit that they was on.
Ain't it funny how every time we fight for something, they find a way to bypass us with what we fighting for and expand it to everybody else?
It's called minority, bro.
that is, gee, motherfuckers just don't understand, man, that the niggas who stayed got automatically integrated. It's in the law. It's in what they call trying to civilize the Indians. The remainders who stayed had to give up tribal rule, means custom. They was integrated. And that shit was really happening, started happening in Tennessee, is when they started really integrating American Aboriginals into their societies, is where it really happened, and started happening up under Henry Knox. And that shit, and they ganged up on the Cherokee and the Chickamauga loosely affiliates, Henry Knox and William Blount did. You see what I'm saying? That's how you get the hosting treaties. They was going to war, stopping their whole plan. They signed another treaty on the Tellico. You feel what I'm saying? Which led into the expedition of what we call Nigger Jack or Nicker Jack. You see what I'm saying? Which is all the whole Chickamauga War, which gave birth to the motherfucking what we call the the Civil War. You feel me?
And the crazy thing, that's Tennessee, bro. That shit was going on in Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, motherfucking all in that little area right there, bro, right in the middle of the fucking map, heading to the goal. We all went through that shit around the same fucking time, bro. That's why, like, when I did that law bill, you feel me? And I was showing motherfuckers some of the first fucking dockets on these state Supreme Courts after they became states was dealing with motherfuckers' identity on a racial classification. You feel me? If you a citizen now,
Right. You had
you no
sellout.
longer.
You had a lot of sellout Indians that was already agreeing to adapt. You feel what I'm saying? Two niggas being too
Yep.
nice and shit. You feel me? That allowed a lot of these European, these foreigners to set up shop. You see what I'm saying? You got niggas like William Penn, Chief Tammany. He was really too nice. He allowed them too much jurisdiction to establish what we call Philadelphia today, between Market Street, the other goddamn street that it is. That little 4 square block radius that you see down there was initially all of what Philadelphia was. It was not what the city we see today. It was just those 4 square blocks.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Not to mention, bro, like I had to check a nigga on Clubhouse a while ago, and that's why I just stopped fucking with that shit all together and shit, especially over there, because there's some weirdos. The nigga bought up the Yazoo land agreement to try to make it seem like the Yamasees had control over in Mississippi and Alabama, Louisiana. I had to check that nigga. I was like, no, nigga, you claiming to be a proud descendant of some sellout ass niggas? Because the initial point of that Yazoo land agreement was some niggas from a whole nother area teaming up with this motherfucking system to try to divide some land that they knew nothing about. You
That's
feel
down
me? Like I tell
that,
like I tell people and shit, all that 1600 to basically the 1800s, that's all Eastern Seaboard. Them niggas didn't get over there to us until in the 1800s. And they tried with the Yazoo land grab, bro. It didn't work the first time. They tried it again. It really didn't work. You feel me? But little by little, it started working with they squatters and shit. And those was some sellout ass niggas from another area that had no rights to motherfucking make any deals in lands that they didn't even dwell in. They just knew people in, and maybe it was some family ties, but they didn't have the right to do that shit. And they tried to carve up shit. Like I say, my family and ancestry.com, family search, all that shit. The only thing they got on us is land census surveys. And the area where my family was at was always called Yazoo. So like that's a direct connection with me and shit. I got the shit when it was called Pimento Homes, Yazoo, Yazoo, Green Hill, Yazoo, motherfucking Silver City, Yazoo. Then eventually just Yazoo. And my family was still in the same area, and the name of the land changed every time on those census and shit. And all that was just sending a motherfucking agent out there to survey the land to see who is where and how it look and everything of that nature and shit like that. And we always had that problem where the few sellouts affected the majority of the fucking people and shit. And they the worst. Them the ones we got to get at first. Because if we don't handle them and then try to go handle some other motherfuckers, nigga, we getting flanked. Because everything that we planning, where you at, whoop the whoop, gonna always be filtered back to the motherfuckers that you trying to win against.
Motherfuckers that was trying to rebel against that shit, like you said, you had the Chickamaugas, you had the treaties that was going on, you had the expedition of nigga attack, you got Dragon Canoe, and then you also had Davy Crockett. Davy Crockett was another motherfucker mixed breed that was going against them, arguing with Andrew Jackson about how he violated the constitutional right for not giving the guaranteed land to the Indians after they stayed, after the Indian removal act, which sent the people out toward the Trail of Tears. Them people were supposed to have been allotted for. You see what I'm saying? And that all happened when that whole big breakout with Davy Crockett even came down to the courts and even argued. That all happened in 1830. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's all
that's the
document.
article 4. That's the Article 14 of the Dancing Rabbit Treaty. That's the article I'm talking about. What he was arguing about, like, yeah, bro, that's the article. It's Article 14 in the Dancing Rabbit Treaty. I remember when them little weak ass meth head Indians was trying to make shit, and I hopped up on their shit and I bought it up. They like, okay, Dancing Rabbit Treaty. I'm like, go to the article and read it. You could tell the nigga read it in the background because he tried to take it somewhere else. Why you don't want to read it, fam? Because it basically debunked that whole trail of tears. I call that shit the trail of lies, bro. Who the fuck gonna leave their land? Who gonna leave their land willingly?
Yeah, but check this out though.
Only a kid to do some shit like that.
But look at this, Truth, though. Think about this, right? In the South, how many niggas is still in the South today? So obviously they wasn't moving much people, even if we believe. Listen, when you look at the Trail of Tears, they tell it was only 2,000 people.
That's 1%, 2%.
Not even that. I'm just saying, but if you even believe this shit, because a lot of the people that's on them reservations out there was the Mongoloid motherfuckers. And then see, we started to adapt that shit by us finding out we Indians, and these people took over your names because your ass didn't reside no longer in your your original capacity. So they gave a lot of these names to the Mongoloids, and because we see that we was in these areas where these Mongoloids now got the names to, then we assume that we are descendants of these people and that we belong on the reservations with them. So when they even talking about the Dawes Rolls and all that shit, a lot of that shit, like when was the Dawes Rolls created? After like the late 1800s?
Like 1910 or 1920.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and even with that, you gotta be real suspicious about how they doing shit, even with the Trail of Tears, man. You know what I'm saying? If they did the Trail of Tears, right, you can still go in the South right now, right? You can go in any of them small motherfucking towns where niggas been at, where they ain't never leave. And you can go from one side of the city to the other side of the city, and you ask how many of them people in there know they Indian. They all know they fucking got Aboriginal ancestors. All of them. So why is them people still live? You understand what I'm saying? And that's not just, like, we can go all the way from Maryland or Maryland or Virginia all the way to motherfucking Texas and go and ask how many of them people know they Indians. And all of them would say that. So why are the majority of people still in the land where they originally inhabited? And even when you start talking about a lot of the banded lands, all you got to do is go back and research where all these race riots took place at. Go back and research the race riots, and you'll see that all of these places where all of these race riots was at is where all of these lands is abandoned at certain points right now.
And add this on too. Go into the court documentations and shit dealing with the trust. And what you had happening was that if you say, like, the operator of the trust, right, the owner of the trust, say he died, right, and don't nobody in the family appoint a new trustor, the court eventually appoint one for you, which usually be a foreigner. Then you have to pay him for his service. You ain't got shit because that nigga chose not to do his job intentionally, and you still gotta pay him. And if you ain't got nothing, how you gonna pay him? They're gonna start confiscating land. But then on top of that, another thing what they was doing during the guardianship program that they set up in the South and in Oklahoma and shit, they was appointing motherfuckers the head of your fucking trust because they was calling you incompetent and a minor. And what happened is that this nigga had some long ass weird Slavic name, but the next year now he got your name. Now when your motherfucking great grandkids go back and look at the thing, they see now he got your name, got the same name as y'all. They think that motherfucking he got that, y'all got y'all name from him, and he was y'all slave owning the whole time. This nigga got that name from y'all. That nigga was a fucking bum. And the court appointed him to that fucking position where he took over your shit. And you ain't even know because didn't nobody teach y'all how to handle the trust before a motherfucker got killed off doing them race riots and shit and them red summers and shit.
I think the nigga cut off, man. We probably about to get ready to wrap this thing up, though. Anyways, man, we almost at 2 hours and 30 minutes. Man, I got a few things I gotta do, man. Shout out to everybody who came through to drop heat. This was a fire build, man. I ain't gonna lie, the turnout and the backup information was definitely fire. About to get ready to wrap this up. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Sister Betty too, for the Cash App donation, man. We appreciate all the support. We appreciate all the support. Shout out to Sister Betty on the Cash App donation. And don't let Sister Betty be the only one supporting the family. She ought to run up some likes too. Let's get 200 likes in the building. 200 likes in the building before we get out there. 200 likes. I think we need like 35 more people hit the like button. Fuck this game. What's going on, A1? You want to say something before we get ready to get out of here and close out?
Yeah. Shout out to all the Aborigines, North, South, Central, and the conjoining islands. All the brothers and sisters in the chat room, all the gods and the goddesses is definitely in the building. And like I said, man, when you research this history, don't take none of this shit face value.
I think bro driving. That's why he keep getting cut out.
Yeah, man. He said don't take none of this shit at face value. I already know what he want to say pretty much. Do your own research. Challenge the narrative.
Hey, hold on 1 second, AP. Hey, my bad, bro. I don't mean disrespect your panel. Hey, but to that Fatari Fitness, nigga, is you publishing something, bro? You been talking shit all day. You could have hit the link and come and said what the fuck you gotta say instead of being a keyboard gangster, nigga.
Nah,
like, what are you doing? What you doing, nigga? What you doing, bro? The niggas you fuck with, what they doing? What, that fake ass university that you can't get a degree from for some shit you can search on Wikipedia, nigga? So goof ass up out of here, nigga.
Yeah, they dick eating that boy. We don't do no dick washing, boy. So go sit your ass down here. I don't even conversate with peons. You know what I'm saying? So I just tell them little boys go lay down and lick their nuts.
Also, I just thought about that too, man. Hey, do understand from anybody doing research, you also have the ability to correct that bullshit ass Wikipedia. Just saying, because they do it all the damn time.
That's a fact, though. So I'm gonna leave that with y'all, man. Shout out to the American Aborigines in the chat, man. Y'all the realest, man. Shout out to everybody in here, man. I see Bullish, Prince of Wales, man. Krista, Jamie Mack, Tayshawn Sagittarius, Patrick Gabriel, Berber, man. I see everybody in here loaded up, man. Shout out to the real ones out here, man. Mr. C, Copper Goddess Nation, Sister Betty, man. Everybody in here. Big Brother A1, man. Spire Chain, Shay Pink. Man, we see some real foundational niggas in here, man. Some real niggas, man. Nigga culture, man. Real shit. You know who the true nigga is. Shout out to Sister Saul in here. The elder Gretchen Ham in this motherfucker. And you feel what I'm saying? The real one. You feel what I'm saying? That's all.
Hey, yeah. Hey, let me throw out a gem to motherfuckers, right? Before we get up out of here, bro. Cause niggas ain't telling y'all how to do this genealogy shit, right? That online shit is cool, but get all those dwelling numbers and shit and locations and take your ass down there to that area and show them that how that's your family member and get that shit. But another key thing you can do too is type in the closest Mormon church or see if you got a national archives in your area. You can go there and do your genealogy search, and when you get stuck,
I ain't gonna lie. That's the key, man. That shit a lot of work too, man. It's a lot of work, man. My auntie been doing that shit for years, 30 years. Going and getting this, gathering this information on genealogy on our family.
It's more than Ancestry.com, my nigga. And Amani Bay put me up on the gym a while ago. Google the National Archives. You might have one in your area. If not, Google the Mormon Church. Because these the ones that have the records, but most of this shit you getting is from the Mormon Church. So you can go there and do your genealogy, and where you getting stuck at home, don't even tell about them at first. Just go there and go to where you normally get stuck at and call one of the motherfuckers up over there, and they can put in a motherfucking ID number, member number and shit, and be able to get past that shit and see shit that you weren't able to pull up and shit just play dumb. So the shit is available, but then after that, you need to go down there to them areas and really see them records and shit. And I'm gonna leave it there, man. Peace to you, AP. Peace to the chat, bro. Peace to the brother.
Also, man, you also, hey, if you find like cemetery records and shit, you might find a whole cemetery with a lot of your family out there too, and a lot of these old towns. So just to caveat of what Truth just said. But yeah, peace to the family, peace to the chat, peace to everybody out there, man. We build it.
Cemeteries, not even cemeteries. Usually, the city voted on who would be the mother of the city. So, and these mothers of the city often had names, of roads named after them that your family generally still lived in. So that's some other occurrences that you will see looking at your family genealogy, man. So listen, shout out to the American Aborigine, man. Keep doing y'all research. Keep waking up the people. Keep doing what y'all do, man. Don't let nobody deteriorate you from being who you are as American Indian / Aborigine. Shout out to my brother Aboriginal React, man. Shout out to Sister Betty, Gretchen Helms. Let's put that on the screen, man. Y'all support the channel. Y'all hit that like button before we get out of here. You understand me? Support the channel, man. Hit the like button. We out of here. Make sure y'all be safe. Stay aware, stay vigilant, be blessed, stay dangerous. It's your brother Big Aboriginal Power, and we out.
Suave on the track.
Whatever it takes. Alleyway.
Coco, this your season right now.
They won't see me. They won't let me, yeah. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strap. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling, hit my stomach, paranoid, yeah. I won't let them, yeah. They won't see me, yeah. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strap. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling, hit my stomach, paranoid, yeah. I can't let them, yeah. They won't see me, yeah. I put attention, all of my blood, all of my veins. They started with Perky, now that hair right up his veins. You started with serving, now them drugs drove you insane. Started with Dylan, I grew up with killers, they taught me the game. I got some niggas that die behind, and that shit won't never the same. I know some niggas that lie behind, and that bullet had his name. Ain't no reason to cry about, cause that shit won't never change. MTF the 4th and P, my niggas can't get out the game. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strap. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling, hit my stomach, paranoid, yeah. I won't let them, yeah. They won't see me, yeah. I gotta sleep with one eye open, tripping, making me nervous. I take a piss, my hand on the strap. I know the eyes wanna murder. I got a feeling, hit my stomach, paranoid, yeah. I can't let them, yeah. They won't see me, yeah.
Lost, see, I glossed too, we shit ain't been the same. Heard the ops talking.